Chapter 1: Chill Rain. In a fortress of junk, a man encapsulates in salvage wheels past towers of cracked monitors and gutted microwaves, fingers drumming the armrest like a pianist warming up. He pauses at a mound of license plates, flips one, then another, until a tarnished fork clatters free. He snatches it midair, inspects the tines, squints, nods once. He coasts to a shelf of melted vinyl records, nudges aside a cassette, Christmas mixtape, huh? And pries loose a chipped saucer painted with faded roses, balances it on his knee, spins the chair, tires complain. Drawer yanked from a filing cabinet yields a butter knife bent into a question mark. He tests the edge, grins at the bead of blood. He digs under a collapsed chandelier of Christmas lights that blink red, green, dead. A soup spoon's tangled in extension cords. He frees it with a tug, and the cord snaps back like a whip. Teacup without a handle rolls from hubcaps. He catches it before it shatters and sets it upright on the table, welded from a stop sign. He wheels backward, scans the chaos, spots a glint beneath floppy disks. Turns out it's a silver platter, dented but whole. He lifts it high. Moonlight from the cracked skylight catches the rim, throws a halo across his face. He polishes it with his shirt hem, breath fogging the metal, then sets the table with deliberate clinks. Fork, knife, spoon, saucer, cup, platter, all mismatched, all gleaming now. The chair creaks as he leans back, satisfied. Even the generator coughs like it's clapping. He rolls to the counter, wheels complain against warped linoleum. A dented tin of lard pops open, yellowed like old teeth. He scoops a lump, plop, drops it in the pot. Fat melts, smoke curls up slow. Onions, soft, half-sprouting, tumble from a mesh bag. He slices them on a crepe board, knife nicked dull. Juice bites the cuts on his fingers. Chair drifts, he yanks the brake, damn thing, curses under his breath. Garlic cloves, papery, brown, crush under the blade. Scrapes it all in, oil spits, onions hiss like they're alive again. From a plastic tub, he lifts dried beetles, legs stiff, bodies pebble hard. Drops them in the coffee grinder, bolted crooked to the counter. Thumb ash gray, hits the switch. Machine howls, spits out powder, red as rust. He tips it, sharp, like burnt copper, into the pot. Chair rolls back without permission. He slaps the wheel. Stay put. He wheels to the cooler. The lid creaks like it's been holding secrets. Inside, rat carcasses sway on hooks, fur matted gray, eyes filmed milky white. He unhooks one. It thuds heavy on the scarred cutting board. The chair spins half a turn without warning. He grabs the counter edge, steadies himself. With the hooked end of that butter knife question mark, he peels skin back, soft, wet pop. Flesh comes free in pink strips. He carves it off bone, feeds it through the manual grinder, clamped crooked to the counter's rim. Turns the handle, slow, deliberate. Metal grinds, complains. Ground meat coils into the bowl, dark and slick. One wheel jams. He kicks it loose, keeps cranking until the bowl's full, then scrapes every last ribbon into the pot with a knife's flat. Sizzles steadies, like the stew's ready to talk. He lines up 3 dented cans of tomatoes, labels peeling like sunburnt skin, and punches them open with the church key. Juice arcs out, spatters red across chipped tiles, seeds floating like tiny lifeboats. He tips them in. Next, the jar of beans, flabby, moon white. He knocks off the rusted ring, lets the swollen things tumble out with their stinking brine. He adds salt from the hollow-eyed skull shaker. 2 shakes, 3. Cumin from the lidless tin, flakes of rust drifting in with it. Paprika, brick hard, needs coaxing from the sides. The chair lurches again. He wedges a hubcap under the jammed wheel, leans back to test the balance. Satisfied, he grabs the antenna spoon, plunges it deep, stirs once, twice. Chili climbs the sides, skinning over like old paint. Bubbles rise slow, pop with a wet crackle. Steam beads on his lenses. The wheels drip. The pot burbles, low and satisfied. Someone's knocking. 3 dull thuds that shake the whole shack. The spoon slips. Chili scalds his hand. He hisses, jerks back. Chair wheels skid. Water sputters from the faucet, brown, then icy clear. He rolls to the cracked mirror, welded above a sink made from mufflers. Face flickers back at him in broken glass. Eyes bloodshot, beard like steel wool run wild. He grabs the coat hanger, yanks free the jacket, patched with silver tape, and shrugs it on. Buttons gone, he snaps a little skull pin through the lapel, cinches it tight. Looks almost human. He bumps the ramp, rolls up smooth. Peephole's a bullet hole patched with bottle glass. Rain blurs the scene like bad film. His lawn's a graveyard of curb trash. Plastic reindeer he stole from the crankshaft bar. Antlers jammed in an elf's backside as it rides the busted shopping cart. Wind punches Santa's vinyl gut slap slap against the snowman, both leaking like drunks. Lightning forks, tinsel candy canes rip free. Oops, there goes candy. Angel wings flap, white sheets soaked, flapping like a ghost on amphetamines. Thunder cracks. Must have been the wind, he mutters. Doesn't open. He pushes off, spins hard, peephole up. Storm still raging, nothing else. Rain needles the reindeer, antlers locked in that obscene curl with the elf. Wind shoves Santa. Slap, slap. Slower now. Lightning quits. Everything sinks into black. He drops the lid, metal clings, and rolls back slow. The walls drip. His throat clicks dry. Doesn't look again. A tiny voice slices through. Hey, mister, open up. Hurry, it's raining zebras and orangutans. Bang, bang, bang. All right, just give me a second. He works the bolts. Chains rattle loose. Latch clacks. Wind roars in the gap. Yanks the hatch wide, smacks him backward. A soaked girl barrels through like a cannonball. Crashes chest first into his lap. Chair buckles. They tumble, twist, slam the door shut between them. He fumbles the lock. Inside, just panting, dripping, and the low burble of chili remembering it's alive. A soaked blonde girl, maybe 12, blue eyes like cheap Christmas lights, stands dripping in the middle of his lair. Special delivery. She plants bare feet wide, arches her back like a centerfold, throws her head back and freezes, one eyebrow cocked. Ray's stomach flips. What in God's name is this? His chair jerks, spins a tight circle around her statue-still body. Rubber squeals, sparks fly off the floor. He breaks hard, inches from her face. The grease paint smeared across her cheeks. She blinks, then snaps alive. Hips whip forward. Tube top rides up, flashes belly pale as lard. You ready to party, Daddy? The voice is sugar glass, sharp and cracked. He recoils so fast, the wheelbarrow hits the stove. Pot jumps, chili splashes. No, stop that right now. I didn't order this. I didn't order you. His throat burns louder than the burn on his hand. Steam curls between them like judgment. She twirls. Boots slap shallow puddles. Water sprays his shins. You're one, Michael Rigger, right? This was the drop point my employer gave me. Her tone's all syrup, but the invoice in her fist shakes like it's alive. Michael? That bastard. Ray spits. Little flecks dot her cheek. He turned my life into a goddamn landfill. I'm not him. The name lands like broken glass. Oh. She jabs the paper at him, ink bleeding into fat red worms. Well, invoice says Ray. No. It explodes out of him, louder than thunder. She tilts her head, wet hair slapping spine. What? You're not for me. His grip turns white on the wheels. She flicks the invoice like it's on fire. Right here, Ray. Ray's face crumples inward. Veins throb, like cables under skin. I don't care what your paper says. You think I asked for this? For you? Get out, now. Every word hits metal on metal. She stops dancing, shoulders folding like wet cardboard. The chili pops behind her, loud as a gun. But it's storming outside, she whispers, voice thin as the tinsel whipping off the reindeer. You don't want me to get wet, do you? Lip trembles, fake, maybe, but real enough. Ray flinches hard, beard whips his cheeks. No fuck, he rubs a palm across his face, grease and chili smoke and girl sweat all at once. Just don't. He rolls closer. The chair's frame squeaks like it's begging. Who's paying you? She shrugs, eyes flat. My pimp? The word lands in the chili, sizzles. Ray's jaw unhinges. Your what? Jesus fucking Christ. A laugh chokes out, half sob. Yeah, well, he's dead. She picks at her cuticles, paint chipped like old blood. They sliced his dick off with a switchblade, crammed it down his throat. I'm his final debt. Tears start, thick black mascara rivers carving her cheeks. Ray swallows hard. Who did that? She sniffs. Same folks who sold me. They don't like loose ends. Ray lifts his finger from her mouth. Skin sticks a second, peels away raw. Who gave the order? Grit. She hugs herself tighter, voice cracking around the consonants. Grit runs the yard west of here, piles copper higher than houses. Says he'll sell me by the pound if I don't pay up. Wants me sorting cables in the rain, fingers numb, till I earn what I cost him. Then he'll decide if he wants to cut me open and see what makes me tick. Ray needles the roof in applause. Chili spits, hisses, waits. She bites her lip, blood purls, dark as rust. You could just watch. Come on, yank it out. I'll spit on it, see if anything even works down there. Ray's throat seals shut. Mother of God. The words scrape out, ragged. What's broken inside you? Black tears cut tracks through grease paint. Probably everything. Her voice drops, kid small, drifting. He looks away, at the pot, at nothing. You hungry? I cooked chili. The question trembles, like it's ashamed. She wipes her nose on fishnet sleeve, eyes puff swollen. I pay what I owe. Ray lets the breath out slow. Yeah, well, I don't. A pause, soft. Maybe you'll get lucky someday. Maybe one of us will get it right before the world ends. She leans in, lips parted, tongue tracing the smear of blood like lipstick. Don't be shy, Ray. She crawls closer on all fours, knees knocking into empty cans. I'm wet, I'm freezing, and I'm yours tonight. A fingertip skates his beard, hooks under the safety pin, tugs it loose. Let's forget the world for a second. Let me sit right here. She pats the armrest of his chair, arching so her torn tube top rides higher. I'll grind slow, no tricks, no tears, just heat. Breath ghosts his ear. Tell me yes. A weight drops on the roof, thud, like a coffin lid slamming shut. Metal bends, rivets pop. A long scrape begins, steel fingernails dragging down the shingles. The girl and Ray both freeze, eyes locked on the spot above their heads. The whole tin roof caves inward, metal screaming like it's being torn apart. Frost blooms across the ceiling in long black fingers. Ray's eyes lock upward. The girl grabs his sleeve, her nails bite. Don't move. Outside, claws rake down the shingles, one slow line, then another, like someone drawing tally marks. The sound stops. The door handle frosts over, white and glittering. Breath fogs from under it, not human. The bell rings, once, low, close. Ray reaches for the last lock. His fingers freeze to it. The knob turns, slowly, from the other side. Metal groans. Frost crawls up the hinges. Something leans in, just breathing. The knob twists, slow, then stops. Ray's frozen fingers crack away from the lock, skin tearing with a wet snap. Blood beads, freezes black. A second bell rings, closer, inside the room now. The sound comes from behind the girl. She spins. Nothing. Then the pot behind Ray bubbles. It boils over. Chili spits, hisses on the ice. Steam curls upward and dies. The thing exhales. The breath rolls across the floor like fog off a grave. Ray's chair tilts backward. He can't push forward. The wheels are sealed. From the fog, a horn. Just one, curling black, frost-coated, glinting orange at the tip like cooled lava. Then another, behind it. Then silence. The girl whispers, "It's tasting us." A hoof clacks, just once, right beside Ray. He doesn't look. He can't. The bell rings again. This time it's in his ear. Cold claws brush his cheek. Not scratching, just holding, like checking if he's real. And the voice, old, cracked, like pine cones burning, hisses.
Die.
Chapter 2. Buckle up, folks. Mr. X black shades welded to his skull like he's auditioning for some bargain bin sci-fi spy reel. Steps into the profiling pen. Places tighter than a nun's fist. Smells like old sweat and panic. Clerk behind that grated counter heads a glossy black sphere. No neck, no mercy. Face looks like it dropped out of charm school and kept rolling. Are you on standby? Mr. X growls, right up in that chrome kisser like he wants its circuits to fry. Dome tilts.
ID, buddy, or your space dust.
X digs into leather, jams the card through the slot. Vice grip snaps on his wrist like it's scared he'll bolt. Let go of me, you bastards.
Too late, meat. You're in the grinder now.
Mr. X winces like he just bit tinfoil when the scanner zaps his barcode hotwire under skin.
Mr. X. No priors, no warrants, nothing. Look at you. You're cleaner than Grandma's upholstery.
A side door farts open with that same gas gurgle burp. You may enter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. X steps through. Door clamps shut behind him like a jealous ex. Mr. X struts, boots clacking like gunshots, into the arsenal vault. Candy store for trigger-happy psychos who think peace talks means free target practice. Rows of death gleam under violet LEDs. Mac 10, Benelli, Remington 706, that sweet little 45. Hell, even the railgun X-27. All pose like supermodels on a red carpet. Hefts that cannon, shoulders pop. Cool, but like I told your idiot on the horn, I need something that screams, I'm overcompensating. Give me more power. Clerk slaps a greasy palm across the panel. Secret door slides aside like it's blushing.
Feast your eyes, X. Silver Serpent, antimatter rifle. Built for General Setish. Crown's own psycho big bro. 41 6-barrett guts. 8.6 kilos of murder. 57 inches of stretched out ego. Breaks down to 38 for when you're playing ninja. She purrs like a panther and bites like the end of the world.
Hot damn! Swings it up like a drunk conductor. This ain't gonna fry my family jewels, right? Clerk taps the glowing charge bar, purple vein pulsing.
That's the time to power up reload humming in your teeth right now. Side effects untested. Could melt your balls into sauce. Once she's green, the 23-inch 5-power optic muzzle brake pisses on Newton. Oh, unsqueeze for a violet haymaker. Target's gone before the boom says hello. I named her the God Slayer. Just don't miss. Her cooldown is a mess.
A knife skewers the security officer's neck. Blue blood splatters like a busted faucet. Mrs. Y steps out, blade dripping, face stone cold. The clerk's dome goes crimson.
You'll all be flayed on Catherine's wheel, you scum-sucking traitors!
Uzi roars, brass rains. X dives, get down, as bullets chew concrete like a dog with a bone. A .50 caliber roar fills the vault. Mrs. Y's hand cannon spits one thunderclap that blows the clerk's black bowling ball skull clean off. It pops like a water balloon filled with mercury and sparks, showering the floor in chrome shrapnel. Nathaniel Crown sends his regards, she says, voice flat as pavement. 10 black-clad operatives crash in behind her, rifles up, boots stomping. They sweep the racks, Macs, Benellis, Colts, all gone in 4 heartbeats, like locusts hitting a buffet. Mr. X watches, knuckles white on the silver serpent. The charge bar flicks. 2 neon bars to go. Yvonne, he growls. I wanted to test this bad boy. Mrs. Y shoves her still-smoking pistola home, spins, snaps. Xavier, you had your shot. What took you so long? Mr. X rolls one shoulder like it's sore. Mrs. Y saunters forward, hips swaying like a threat. Chill, baby. Now you'll have all the time in the world to cool down. This thing charges slower than your sex drive. The words echo off the vault walls. Inside his head, a mental screen flashes. Silver Serpent slashed red. Next file, Team Mean Machine. Mrs. Y smirks, slaps the serpent's side like it's a stubborn mule.
Chapter 3, The Warden's Lair. Soul's balls are dripping sweat. He's a fucking pig in a goddamn sauna. Warden's office reeking like week old coffee and the fear of a man who's about to lose everything. Walls are gray, closing in like they're alive. Cuffs chewing his wrists raw. Then, bam, fist on desk. Papers airborne, mug airborne, Warden roaring, with a face that's all busted prom night. Quit squirming, you little prick. You'll snap your fucking ego. Voice like a blender full of gravel and rock gut. You're gonna throw that race tomorrow. Capiche? Look at me when I'm threatening to end your sorry ass. Eyes red, bloodshot like he's bet his last credit on a horse with 3 legs. Soul's mouth tastes like sand and piss. He knows what happens. Betray the boss, they strap you down, saw you open, sew you back sloppy. You've been a festering, cocksucking hemorrhoid since the day they dragged you in here, Warden hisses, breath like dead meat and cheap booze. Every riot, every fire, you walk by, shit detonates. Maybe you don't like my 5-star shithole accommodations. He leans in so close, Soul smells liver failure. Race goes tits up, I'll shove you in the gravity cage 10G until your spine pops like bubblegum. Popcorn's on me, motherfucker. Guard swings, baton cracks under Soul's jaw. Iron taste floods. But Soul, he's ice. Locks eyes. I'd do anything to crawl out of this piss pile, he says, calm as ordering coffee before a firing squad. Warden grins, nasty. Oh, here's your carrot, asshole. Win tomorrow, you're shipped to the pro circuit, racing fucking aliens, light speed fame. Only director wants Cyberhawk on top. We keep him happy, we keep breathing. I know you and the missus don't throw races. Cute, but don't play hero, or I'll stomp your throttle foot till it squirts. Taps calm, cheap gangster smirk. Guards, hold him one good swing, he's a vegetable. Door slides, boots jackhammer, batons humming like horny wasps. Soul tenses, pulse screaming run. Warden's eyes say, you're already dead meat. Imagine a room that screams spaceship crash landed in Dracula's loft. Crystal chandelier leaks prisons everywhere. Light stabs the shadows like a raven hell. Nathaniel Crown, silver fox in a suit sharper than a scalpel, lounges in a leather throne. One eye amber, one ice blue, both scanning like he's hunting dinner. Simply spectacular, he says. If this thing's body surfing humans, vacuuming their souls like a cosmic Roomba. What the hell is she? Dann sag mir, wenn sie nicht in ihrem Originalkörper ist, wo zum Teufel steckt ihr wahres Ich? Hector growls, slow as concrete, every syllable landing, like a fist. Clara shrink-wrapped in white, doesn't blink. Hair perfect, eyes dead, like she's been embalmed mid-stride. Wenn du recht hast, was zum Teufel will sie dann mit all that power? Jeannie says, voice flat, like she's pricing bodies. Cleo's sunglasses don't move. A tiny smirk. She's already decided who dies first. Walter's drumming his chair like he's sending SOS to the mothership. Eyes zipping left-right, hair sticking up like he's been electrocuted. Whatever the hell she's doing, it's gonna be biblical, he blurts, jittery as hell. Nathaniel just smirks. Mohenjo-Daro too, babe.
Some say it's paradise, if you've got half a brain. Hell if you don't. Floor scrubbing forever. That's what happens when the collective IQ takes a nap. If you keep dreaming, you're God in this sandbox. Castles, starships, the works. Everyone else, chained to their own dull-ass imagination. Society forgot to feed him paint thinner. He swings crack. Q clips the orb. Physics weeps. Not everyone's built for it. He leans, thunk. Purple orb vanishes. My experiment's 3 days dark. Flip the switch and you'll see. Clara shuffles papers sharp as a guillotine. Cleo's eyes flick to Walter, unreadable behind her shades, then freeze straight ahead. Nathaniel's gaze narrows. Doable, huh? At what cost? Hector snorts. 6 figures for basic cryo, minimum. Self-replicating stem cells on demand, 10 billion, easy. His shot sinks the sapphire, steady as a sniper. Jeannie taps her tablet, nodding. Only for the elite, not for us, not even you, boss, no offense. The labs, staff, tech, it's a fortune. Cleo cuts in, voice like a venomous whisper. The blood harvest would offset the costs. Her shot slams an emerald orb into oblivion. Nathaniel watches the balls scatter, then turns slowly. True, Clara. What about our drivers? Immortality. Maybe. Walter shakes his head, hype fading. Not physically. You could build a body that doesn't age, stays healthy, feed it protein, electrolytes, hell, even bugs, and it keeps trucking. But immortality? Nah. His shot misses. Table beeps mocking him. Hector leans in, sinking another orb like it's personal. Jeannie locks eyes with Nathaniel. They're selling durability, not immortality. Brain's the bottleneck. Dementia, neuron rot, harder to fix than skin. My program, though? Her shot curves, devours a crimson orb. Hector's face lights up. Fun fact, ancient Egyptians did brain surgery with bronze tools. Drilled holes to ease pressure, drained the pus, patched it with linen and beeswax. You lost a chunk of skull and a few IQ points, but most lived. Modern medicine didn't top that till the 20th century. Jeannie smirks, messing with brains, chemicals, implants, rituals, like some psycho pharaoh on bath salts. She hands Clara a slim folder. Clara passes it over. Nathaniel flips it open, eyes scanning fast. This the method? Jeannie nods, grim. If you've got the stomach for it. Walter grins, leaning back. It's a playground, boss, for those who can afford the ticket. His final shot flops. Cleo's shot buries 2 amethyst orbs, her silence louder than a supernova. Nathaniel sinks a crimson orb, voice sharp, cold. Keep digging. I want options, not fairy tales. Clara and Cleo march out, heels clicking like a countdown to doom. Hector shouts over the fading echo. Mr. President, got a specific test subject in mind? Nathaniel pauses, eyes flicking from Cleo to Clara, weighing them like meat.
I do now.
Clara steps forward, voice low, like she's reading your obituary aloud. In shadowed heaps where rusted relics rot, a landfill sprawls, big beast with no chill. Its gore-crusted fangs chomp intruders bold. Tread its gold mine, flesh torn, screams its thrill. Howl weaves dread through rival bones. The dog of doom owns every scavenger. What fiend is this? Claws kissed by night. Hell's hound, where blood and fear unite. Welcome to Junkspire, where the land fills a rusty junkyard so vast, it's like God sneezed scrap metal and called it a day. Late afternoon, sun's baking everything like a cosmic air fryer. Michael, tall, shaggy brown hair, eyes walnut dark and way too sharp, digs elbows deep into what used to be a hover car. Fingers slick as fryer grease. He yanks the carburetor loose. Snap, like he's ripping off a scab. Drops it into his sack. Clank. Another trophy. Dust cakes his sweat, then he spots it. A toilet, wedged between twisted alloy.
Some alien king's porcelain throne, probably clogged with space tacos. He snorts. Lunch break's over. Over at the crankshaft, a dive bar that reeks of motor oil and bad decisions. That damn robot John Denver's mug, welded onto a 6-foot chassis, strums a busted steel guitar under a light bulb that blinks like it's about to dump him. Well, life on a farm is kinda laid back. Ain't much an old country bot like me can't hack. It croons, voice twanging harder than a hick on a black hole bender. Half the patrons cheer, half don't know the song, too busy sniffing their own armpits. The alien crowd scales, fur, tentacles that could headline an octopus boy band, sways like they're trying to grind on gravity itself. They suck down neon drinks that glow like Chernobyl Kool-Aid, fizzing on their tongues. It's early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country bot. The three-eyed bartender, polishing a bar made from downed starship holes. Over in the corner, Zycron gamblers slap credits into a steaming pile. Mud track races tomorrow. They're already sweating like pigs at the butcher. Out on the flats, engines growl like my stomach after 3-day-old burritos. Michael kneels by his dune buggy, Frankenstein's monster of welded pipes, rusted plates, and whatever else he could pry off a corpse of a craft. He torques a bolt, hands rock steady, even though his heart's doing the cha-cha on meth. Other kids, faces crusted like they lost a fight with a dirt devil, wrench away at their rigs, everyone a rolling junkyard orgasm. The starting line scratched in bleached gravel, sun hanging low. Racers crawl into cockpits that wheeze and belch, engines coughing like they chain-smoked cosmic camels. Michael straps on a dented helmet, visor spiderweb like my dignity after last Tuesday's open mic. The starting line is scratched in white. Racers climb into their seats. Michael slaps on a dented helmet, visor cracked like my dreams after open mic night. He grips the wheel like it's his last hope. A flare shoots up. The buggies blast off, kicking up dust plumes that glitter gold like a Vegas showgirl sequence. Back at the crankshaft, John Denver bot sways, plucking strings like he actually has soul. When the work's all done and the sun setting low, a holoscreen flickers above the bar, grainy feed beaming down the flats, buggies leaping dunes, engines shrieking like banshees on bath salts. Michael's rig charges past, holding a lead thinner than my wallet after rent. The track is a brutal gauntlet through dunes and scrap piles. The buggies weave between starship hulks sharper than a heckler's comeback. Michael's ride rattles like my grandma's old washing machine. He swerves around a crater, tires skidding like they're auditioning for a stunt flick. A red-striped buggy, driven by a wiry kid with a grin cockier than a reality TV star, pulls alongside, revving like he's trying to impress an alien prom date. Michael leans into the turn, sand spraying like confetti at a parade. He nudges ahead as the red-striped kid eats his dust. The final lap is a death run through a canyon of stacked starship holes. Shadows slice the track like a bad barber. Michael's buggy whines. The engine screams like it's begging for mercy. Red Stripes is back, inches from his wheel, the kid yelling trash talk, drowned by the roar. A sharp turn looms. Michael yanks the wheel, tires kiss the edge of a drop, like a daredevil flirting with death. Red Stripes overshoots, scraping a hole with a screech that sounds like a cat in a blender. Michael floors it, glowing barrels marking the finish line ahead. The sun's a dying ember, painting junk spire crimson. He slams the throttle, and boom, engine blows. Smoke billows like a dragon with indigestion. The other buggies zoom past, crossing first. Michael skids to a stop. He rips the helmet off, hair flat, wet dog brown. The winner struts past, rat grin, fist pumping like he beat the tax man. Other rigs cough in behind. The crowd pours out the crankshaft, roaring like the engines just had sex. John Denverbot belts over the chaos. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country bot. Michael slaps the Dune Runner's hood. Well, that was a craptastic finish.
Chapter 4. Junkyard Dog. Michael's walnut eyes narrow to slits. He drags a thumbnail along the jamb, flakes of paint peeling like scabbed skin. January production. April belt stamp. That's a whole quarter off. Like the car's been living 2 lives. He crouches lower, boot sole grinding grit, nose inches from the rocker panel. Sniff. Paint's fresh. But the rust underneath? Old. Angry. Real. Somebody's flipped this bitch through hell, slapped on lipstick, and called it new. He snaps up, stalks around the back bumper. Bump. Bump. Fake. Ceramic coat flaking like cheap candy. Where's the fire damage? Huh? Where'd you get the blood? Girl's smile freezes. Ponytail going stiff. Michael grabs her wrist, twists the clipboard away. Low miles? Try low morals. I'm walking, unless you want to tell me whose corpse this thing rolled out of before it rolled in here. Mikey wheels on her like a loose hubcap, face inches away, breath hot. Drama llama, cute, real cute. He flicks her ponytail, whip of blonde. Listen, Tinker Tits, I didn't crawl out of 9 crashes and 1 coma to buy your lip gloss special. He shoves past, shoulder clipping hers, thump. Seatbelt spindle spins free, rubber rots off in his hand. See? January production don't rot like that. Not in 8 months. He stands tall. You want 25K? Get me a time machine. This heap's already dead. Someone just forgot to close its eyes. Michael kills the engine. Silence hits like a judge's gavel. He slides out, wipes sweat off his brow with a greasy forearm. Door swings wide, creak, and he drags a finger through the passenger footwell. Rust, orange. Fresh flakes stick to his skin like dried blood. These brakes were dumped, sweetheart. Brake boosters swollen, pedals spongy. He wipes it off on her clipboard. You ever see what flood rats do to wiring? Chewed clean through the OBD port. He leans in close, voice dropping to a snarl. 1 puddle ride, this thing shorts out at 90. You gonna pay for the tow or the funeral? Mikey grabs a pillar, twists it like he's strangling a rat. Plastic cracks. Wiring spills out pink, stripped, chewed. That's post-mortem work, like a coroner stitching up a gunshot victim. He drops the mess, clatter, turns, eyes locked on hers. You got 30 seconds. Tell me who died in this seat. A busted muffler pops. Pop, pop, like warning shots. Michael snorts. Upgrade? That's what they told the widow too. He snaps a glove on, thwack. Slides it over his knuckles like armor. Pops the fuse box under the dash. Click. Half the fuses are taped in, wires dangling like entrails. You think I can't smell fear on a solder joint? He yanks one. Spark. Tiny blue tongue licks his finger. Ow. Still warm. You swapped this thing last night. He crushes the fuse between thumb and forefinger. Crunch. Plastic dust rains. Tell me, Tinker. When buyer calls tomorrow, when the airbags fail and the fuel pump explodes, you gonna take the stand or just sell me a sympathy bouquet? He steps forward. Clock's ticking, sweetheart, and I ain't waiting for your alibi to melt. Someone ran this baby straight into a guardrail at terminal velocity. He flicks a bent hose, clamp. It pings off her boot, leaking antifreeze. You know what happens when your block freezes mid-race? Cracks wide open. You're hauling a grenade, not a throttle jockey. He spins on her, jaw clenched tight. I buy cars to outrun death, not invited in for brunch. He rips a rag from his back pocket, wipes the sludge off his hand, slow, deliberate. Call me when you got something honest. Like, say, your dignity. A wrestle turns into a stampede. 20 kids swarm from crates, shadows high-pitched war cries slicing the air like buzzsaws. Spears jab, poke, poke, catching Mikey in the ribs. One clips his ear, warm drip of blood. Get off, little bastards. He swings wild, tire iron whipping. Whoosh, but they duck, bite, claw. Fingers rip the wallet from his back pocket. Rip of leather. Cash flies, snowing astrobucks. Tinker laughs, shrill, triumphant. That's 12K right there. Hold him. They pile on, bones cracking under sneakers. Michael thrashes, drops the iron, clang, face scraped raw on asphalt. You'll regret. A boot to the temple, lights flicker, darkness eats him. Tinker rams the wrench tip under his chin. Metal cold, teeth clacking. Who said I take prisoners? I keep souvenirs. She nods. Two kids yank a dog tag from his neck. Snap. Chain burned skin. Souvenir. Another spear jabs. Thunk into his thigh. Michael hisses. That all you got. Tickles. Blood soaks denim dark. Listen, Mutt. I'm your ticket off this rock. Hand me my keys, we ride. You keep your life. Tinker laughs. Wrench spinning. Whirl like a buzzsaw warming up. My life? This is my life. You're the chew toy. She drops low, breath on his ear. But I like chew toys that bark back. She slams the wrench, bam, into the dirt an inch from his eye. Michael's smirk widens, unclasping his watch. One question, what happens when you meet the real junkyard dog? Her eyes widen, confidence cracking like cheap plastic as Acceleron's planet peeks out. The kids freeze, spears dipping, doubt rippling through their ranks. Michael zaps Tinker with a taser. Zitzt. She howls like a werewolf at an open mic. She shakes violently, wrench clattering to the gravel. The kids scream, dropping spears and bolting into the landfill's maze, footsteps fading into junkyard clank and echo. That's right, you little gremlins, Michael taunts. He straddles Tinker's limp form, clubs her nose, crack, as she awakes with a spurt of blood out her nostrils. He grabs her jaw, fingers digging white half-moons into her cheek. Rise and shine. I'm taking that Bronco Buster. It's got the frame I need. Here's some Astrobucks. He flashes the stack, thick rubber band roll, then flips open a butterfly knife. Shink. Cold edge kissing her carotid. I'm letting you live, kid. She works her tongue, blood and saliva bubbling. Get your mouth out my tart hole. Spits, splat. Warm chunk in his eye. Why ain't you just full of spunk? He plucks the handkerchief from her pocket, pink with cartoon rockets, wipes his brow, then dabs the gash. You dirty cunt. I ought to cut them ant bites you called tits off your dying carcass, but I ain't that kind of man. Could have fooled me, she croaks, teeth-stained rust. I bet this is so funny to a transient like you, heathen, but my soul is on the line. Je suis croyante, she whispers through cracked lips, like confession before communion. Dis-moi ton nom avant que je tue ton démon. Vous ne vous reproduirez plus jamais. Michael's grip turns to vise, nails carving crescents. Listen, I want your name so bad I can taste it. Say it, and I swear, hand on my dead grandma's grave, and let you crawl away with your tits attached. You lie? I carve it out of your thigh. Then I tattoo the right one on your forehead. You sell that shit on the black market. People will think you're art. She coughs, red spray. Make it worth it. He leans in, breath on her ear. I need to know if you're real, or if the station's alive again. Say your name. Samantha, and you are Michael Rigger. I know you. Blood sprays out her mouth like cheap wine, splattering his chin, the cash, the watch face. She cackles, nostrils geysering red, spit flecking his cheek. If there's no grass on the field, play ball or go mudding, right, Michael? A wet, endless shriek, like a siren with asthma. Her head snaps back, teeth clacking, spit flying. Samantha, oh fuck! That name. Michael's pupils blow wide. His hand goes slack. The knife flips handle over palm and sticks quivering in the dirt. No. You're a ghost story, an AI, a dead station. You don't... He swallows, Adam's apple bobbing like he's trying to choke down a scream. You don't have a body. You don't bleed. His gaze snaps to the blood-thick ropes of it, spilling from her nose, from her ear, from the corners of her eyes. And then he sees the twitch, the fine tremor in her cheek, the way her laugh stutters like a busted Kodak. Oh God. The rat fever too. He backs up one crawling step, shoulder banging into the Bronco's fender, clang, like his last bell. You're not Samantha. Samantha's dead and scrubbed. But if you got the rat, then you're contagious. He pulls the collar up, eyes wild. This whole yard's gonna be dead by sundown. You glitchy little plague doll. His fingers claw the dirt, scrambling like he's on fire. Samantha tilts her head, slow, unnatural, like a doll on broken springs. You can't run from code, Michael Rigger. You can't run from rats. She giggles, wet, bubbly, wrong. He feels it then, the itch in his palm.
already starting. Oh fuck, oh fuck. He lunges, rips the ignition from the Bronco dashboard, yanks wires, spark, 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 slams the starter anyway. Engine coughs, Varut, dies. Tries again, Varoom, catches. He punches it, tires shriek, gravel pelting her like shotgun beads as he fishtails out. Rear view shrinking the laughing girl into nothing. But she's still laughing, inside his skull.
Chapter 5, The Kitchen Sink. Deep in Junk Spire's guts, Michael's hunched over a porcelain toilet, polished like it's ready for a royal flush, under a single bulb, dangling like a drunk glow stick. The stone walls sweat like they're nervous, and his grimy hands grip a rusty chrome faucet. Twist, twist, that chrome squealing, wrenching hard above the throne with a groan louder than my uncle's snores. Chipped foggy mirror throws back his scarred torso, jagged lines like a roadmap of races that tried to yeet him into oblivion. He steps back, drift cats scuffing the uneven floor, clack, 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 and flicks a switch wired to the bulb. Zzz, hums low like a dying engine, shadows slicing sharp as a heckler's comeback. His reflection glares back, eyes hollow, like he's seen too many bad sets. He pries open that battered crate, splattering toothbrush boxes, toothpaste tubes tumbling, some squashed flat like they got run over by a starship. Grabbing a stiff bristled toothbrush, snatch, and a dented beetlemint toothpaste tube. Squeeze. He steps to the toilet, water still as a dead pond. Pops that cap, squeezes out a minty bead, and scrubs his teeth over the bowl, bristles scraping like a bad DJ. Shk, shk, shk. He spits, pt. Green glob hits water. Splash echoes in his man cave hideout like the saddest encore in Junk Spire. A chrome-plated robot host. Think Tin Can Charisma, with LED eyes flashing like strobes on overdrive. Named Bolt 7, blast across every galaxy, live on Quantum Feeds, year 4, 500 time 969, where toasters roast you harder than your boss ever could. It's the universe's hottest invitational. Fastest ships, wildest crews, no rules but speed and survival. Bolt 7's hollering your name, ping, straight to your ship's transponder, like spam from your ex. Strap in, suckers, this ride's gonna hurt. Calling all megalomaniacs who think they're the next space emperor, motorheads who'd cry at the sight of a torque wrench, gearheads who'd marry a transmission, petrolheads who'd sniff exhaust like it's fine wine, and enthusiastic duos who just want to blow stuff up together. Buckle up, buttercups, because the rules for this year's Acceleron Nova Pre-Open Invitational are almost finalized, and they're loopier than a nitro rocket strapped to a circumcised jetpack piloted by a drunk hamster. Yeehaw! Why Acceleron? Because sanity's overrated, folks. Who needs it when you've got speed that makes physics throw up its hands and say, screw it, I'm out. Picture a planet obsessed with velocity, basically a giant middle finger to the laws of nature. Acceleron's custom-built Gearspire cities rattle your fillings loose. Turbulence fields turn your breakfast into a milkshake, all before you punch into outer space. Ultimate filter. You're either a pro or a punchline. At Acceleron, the race ain't just on, it's on like Donkey Kong and Zero G. The rules, or how to not die, probably. Teams of 2, driver and gunner, like Bonnie and Clyde, but strapped to a rocket sled and high on nitrous. You trust this maniac? Good, because one fart too many in a spin, and she'll vent you out the airlock. Gunner, hose down whatever's coming at you. Alien scum that look like they crawled out of your nightmares, or those Reaper squads who want to ram you just for fun. Pro tip, pick someone who'd rather die winning than live losing. Your funeral if you don't. 5 waypoints, or become a galactic meme. Skip 1, you're the punchline in every history holobook, from here to Andromeda. Classic. 2 bodies cross alive, in metal that still runs. No excuses. No, he was technically alive till impact. Corpses might slide by. Zombies get a pass. Undead hamsters too. But if your co-pilot's roadkill pizza, kiss the trophy goodbye. Weapons. Open mic for guns. Grab whatever kills fastest. Plasma torches, laser lollipops that melt faces, grandma's antique vibrator knife, still buzzing from last night. Customs will eyeball it. Propulsion, fusion cores, flux caps, mutant hamster wheels jacked on roids. No jogging assholes, you're out. Straight into Catherine's wheel till your legs look like pulled pork. President's call. Fee, 1,000 astrobucks. Cleanup ain't free and glory sure as hell ain't. The prize, bigger than your head.
Survive the madness. You're not just a winner, you're VIP'd into the Acceleron Nova Pre Pro Championship circuit. Facing off against last year's champs, the Mean Machine. Grizzled vets will slam you into next Tuesday just to watch you bleed fuel. Like prom night, only with lasers and zero chance of a kiss. Unlock the universe with the Acceleron Nova Pre Open Invitational and become a pro or a statistic. Sign up now, fortune's waiting, or at least a sweet participation trophy hammered out a burnt exhaust pipe. Signature line, right there. Disclaimer, rules flip-flop faster than a politician's spine till that flare drops. Blame the crowd. Nathaniel Adrian Crown, head nigga in charge. So phone your ride or die, juice up that custom death machine, swap out the busted ion coils, pawn your kidneys or spleen, it's all the rage, and beam 1,000 Astrobucks to Acceleron HQ 969 right now. Galaxy's watching, popcorn ready, because if you're not in, you're just sniffing someone else's tailpipe like a sad space janitor with commitment issues.
So you want to be a champion? From death's dart's flank, that co-pilot lines up her shoddy, fingers squeezing tight. She lets it fly, but damn if it don't sail wide. Totally botched. Despair snarls, thumbs her flamethrower, unleashes hell that hisses like vengeance itself. The alien jerk catches full blast, body blackening, crisping over fast while her screams get swallowed by engine roar. Crowd gasps in disgust, track shaking as ships rip around the pulsar quasar's knife edge. Nova Pre's bends vicious, hugging deadly starlight. That rival gunner, burnt bad, no escape from the firestorm. Through warped space, chunks of jagged debris whip past like bullets from a scattergun. That ribbon track coils tight around a star, burning holes in my damn retinas. Mean Machine barrels in, all teeth and fury, ramming bastards left and right. They crumple like tin cans. Soul's got those iron hands locked on the controls, shoving hard, aiming to smash Death's Dart into oblivion. That poor alien driver's face twists. Through twisted space, debris slams past like shrapnel from a busted hull. The track twists tight around that star's harsh glare. Mean Machine charges in full aggression, slamming rivals who can't take the punishment. Soul's iron grip shoves the craft forward, lining up to crush Death's Dart's side. The alien driver grits his teeth, robbed of everything, floors it trying to break free. Hulls smash together with a brutal screech of metal. The dart buckles, starting to cave. Soul's smirk cuts deep, sparks flying where steel grinds hard. Team Mean Machine set to drag this victory across the line. Death's Dart lets out a hellish scream, engine spitting flames high. Mean Machine charges straight on, pounds it with everything we've got, jolt hitting bone deep. That weak hull buckles fast, crushed under the pressure. Aliens fighting the stick cure panic. Mean Machine surges ahead, a roaring monster, ripping space itself. Back there, explosions light up, fire claiming whoever's left. Soul and Despair across that line hard, lock lips fierce, victory's ours, no question. Death Dart's just a fireball now, drifting in the black. Screams inside fade quick, swallowed by the heat. Nothing left but echoes. That's the cost of glory out here. Another ghost added to the tally. My flame turned that gunner to cinders, locked in the wind amid the smoke and wreckage. But standing here on this pile of twisted steel, Crown weighs a ton. Loneliness hits harder than any crash. Despair says, Crown's ours, but damn if it don't feel empty up here. Champagne explodes into the air, fizzing wild as the crowd's roars turn ugly. Soul's scar jerks with that cocky grin. He lifts the bottle high and unleashes a massive spray, foam arcing over the front row like payback. It soaks that sapphire skin beauty gliding our way, her skin glowing bright, even through the mess. 3 green gold eyes locked on us, smiling warm. Those red tendrils catch the light, shimmering like stars tangled in her hair. The alien model's gripping that trophy high, 3 tits thrust out proud, nipples rock hard under the lights. She throws that big, lipless grin like she's owning the stage. Despera, hair soaked, lines up her bottle and blasts a jet of champagne square up the model's tight little asshole. The blue chick jumps and squeals like a stuck pig, while all them alien bastards in the crowd boo their heads off. Pissed as hell, we're rubbing this win in their faces. Mean Machine's shoving this victory right down their throats. And Despera's filthy champagne stunt has every pissed off alien in the stands howling. They're hating us harder now, all that bottled up rage boiling over our dirty little show. Victory's sweet, but watching them squirm, that's the real payoff. Holocam locks tight on Soul's scarred face and Despera's smirk, broadcasting every damn detail out to the stars. That wiry android shoves his glowing blue mic in, voice flat and mechanical, asking how this outlaw duo really hooked up. Soul tips his bottle lazy-like, sprays the front row again, folks yelling, scrambling. He just chuckles deep and says it plain. Prison. The Crankshaft's Freakout Fiesta. Inside, Michael's coming apart at the seams, tremors hitting so bad you can almost hear his skeleton rattling, like loose bolts in a junker engine. It's not the dive's draft, it's something eating him raw from the marrow out. Fingers jerking wild, nails ripping through the gloves like they're trying to claw their way free. Jaws pulsing, teeth shifting in there, pushing against the helmet, growling like he's about to bust out fangs and chew the face off whatever fresh hell cooked this up. Fat Al's parked next to him, all three eyes blood red and rolling, skin greasy enough to slide right off the stool. He's slurring loud, spilling half his drink with every curse, slamming the bar about those damn humans. The screen flickers with Soul's ugly mug, grinning like he owns the stars. And the whole dive erupts, booing, tentacle waving, hissing chaos everywhere. Al leans heavy on Michael, breath like engine sludge, snarling. Humans, my ass. That Soul's a real piece of work, huh? Michael's voice crackles out all mechanical and flat, but then that cough hits, wet, nasty, like he's bringing up engine grease and regret. Fingers dig into the mug harder, claws poking out through the tatters. Al twists around, stool groaning under his weight, middle eye narrowing, suspicious. He snorts, slapping the bar. Humans taking the crown. Makes me sick too, buddy. Though honestly, if I wasn't carrying this extra cargo, I'd wipe the track with him. Michael's modulator cuts in, flat and emotionless. Antidote? But his voice cracks a little at the end, like even the tech can't hide the fear. Then Al's gut starts jiggling, and out pops that second head, all slobbery fangs and drool, leering right at him. Oh yeah, that's the ravenous rot, all right, chewing you up from the inside. First the fur, then the hunger. Yeah, those grimy peanuts sitting in a bowl since who knows when. When the rot digs in, everything looks tasty. Antidote? Yeah, good luck scoring that crap. Black market stuff costs more than a new thruster, and even then, half the time it's just snake oil from some quack on a backwater moon. Al's second head licks its chops. See this mug? Used to be handsome once, now look at me. Fur's just the start. Next comes the teeth, the appetite, then you wake up one morning with a hunk missing from your own arm. Fingers stretched long and bony, claws hooking out nasty. Breath turns foul enough to gag a Gorvac. Tongue lolls around like it's doing flips. Teeth shove forward, eyes bulge wide, and bam! Tail rips out your ass like a party favor from hell. Then the rage kicks in, and you're chewing through hull plating just to taste metal. Good news? My silver tonic will burn that shit right out of ya. Last dose, so don't waste it. Suck it down quick, hold 15 minutes. No snacks, no booze, and stay away from beetles or mint. Ruins the whole damn thing. Sure thing. Michael's scratch gets more frantic, like he's trying to peel away the itch in his bones. Al chugs hard with that second mouth, belches, and shuffles past the brute. Brute growls deep, fists tight. Where you going? That processor crapped out after one boot up. I want my credits back, fat man. Michael sways on his feet, trying to rise, but Al pushes him back down easy. Hold up there, son. What rock do you think you're standing on right now? Brute squints. What? This ain't a planet, it's floating space diarrhea, Fat Al groans, mopping sweat off his forehead in sheets, shirt clinging like wet toilet paper. I'm leaking like a busted faucet up here. Disgusting. Cough up my money, you fat troll, the brute bellows, spit flying. Enough already, Al fires back. You lumbering, roid-raging crap-streaked meatbag. You look like hammered shit. My boss? Know who signs my checks, huh? President? Brute grunts, eyes blank as fresh pavement. President? You must have snorted a whole vial of toxic sludge back in the larval stage, huh? Fat Al groans. I'm this close to blowing a gasket, big guy. Eyes down here, not up in the cheap seats. You stompin', crotch-chompin' circus reject. Keep those paws off, you stinkin' heap of charred garbage.
Fever hits Michael hard and fast, body jerking wild like something evil crawled inside and took the wheel. Armor splits with sharp snaps, seams bursting open. Spine bows back with this god-awful crack that kills all sound in the bar-cold silence. Gray fur pushes out thick and tangled from every rip, and that helmet hits the ground clanging, face underneath stretching long and ugly into a rat snout nightmare. Jaw spasms wild, snapping at shadows, primed to rip into the nearest chunk of warm meat. Whiskers shoot out quick, teeth rattling nonstop. Gloves rip open as claws slash deep scars across the bar. Legs fold under him, haunches bunching tight, pink tail exploding out with a sloppy splorch, whipping hard and sending glasses crashing in a shower of fizzing lights. Xylorin lets out a gurgling gasp, neon goo gushing from its tentacles in thick ropes. Krath snarls something guttural, stool flipping as he stumbles back heavy. Vrenny wings beat frantic, dust and panic filling the air. Fat Al hacks hard on that stogie, belching out clouds of smoke like he's trying to fog up the whole damn room. Michael turns full beast and launches himself at the brute hard. Claws rake through that armor like it's wet cardboard. Brute bellows, swings wild, but too late. Those teeth clamp down on its throat, dark sludge pumping out in ropes. Thud. The big guy drops. Rat Michael scoops the vial with his tongue. Yeah, that's a new trick. Grabs it firm between fangs. Hiss ripping from his snout, he darts out those doors. Poof, vanished in a cloud of rat stink and garbage breeze, swallowed by the smog like a bad fart in a dust storm. Junkspire's wasteland hits you with that sharp tang of scorched metal and rot so heavy it burns your nose. Decon stomps through, claws flexing, kicking aside warped hull plating like it's nothing. That metallic screech as it scrapes across the ground. Then a flash of silver underneath. His voice crackles over comms, low and rough. Sniff that, boys and girls. That's tritanium. This score is gonna line our pockets good. Vrix hisses through gritted teeth, tail lashing. Pump the brakes. Last time you crowed jackpot, we nearly cooked in our own fumes. We need a real part regulator for the ship, or we're space dust. Decon smirks, flashing those jagged teeth. Don't get twisted up. Vrix's eyes flash, mandibles working. Twisted? I drink sludge before listening to you. Decon's tail whips. My nose knows that's liquid tritanium, enough for the regulator and around. Maxim chimes in, voice shaky. Guys, my scanner's freaking out. Decon snorts, swatting the air. Screw your janky scanner. My snout's gold. Maxim shushes him sharp. Quiet. The wind dies. Everything's still. Too still. Krez's grip tightens on his rifle, sweat dripping. Something's off. Real off. Those shadows out there, they're moving wrong. Vrix creeps in, tense. What's the deal? Krez's voice cracks. You hear that? Decon frowns, claws curling tight. Hear what? Krez snaps, rifle powering up with that angry whine. Exactly. Nothing. It's too damn quiet. Vrix pops a couple stims, offers one to Krez. Here, breathe. You're seeing ghosts. Krez ignores it, eyes locked on the shadows. Torque shoves debris with a heavy grunt. Save the nerves, grab something useful, or get lost. Vrix's scanner lights up green. Holy, it's a regulator. Ancient, but it'll crank our drive no problem. Diagnostic says it's solid. We're talking serious speed now. Torque lumbers up, gruff as ever. Bag it and move. This junk's still warm. Word'll spread fast.
Krez lifts the piece, running a claw over it. Feels brand new. That's what bothers me. Most salvage we pull's been through hell. Vrix freezes, scanner screaming. EMP trap. Pull that and boom, we're barbecue. Krez digs his claws in anyway. I've got this. Maxim shoves him back. Back off. We leave it or we don't leave it all. Vrix spits the words, frustration boiling over. Wish I was a princess. At least I'd be drinking something worth a damn instead of wrangling you idiots. Then Decon just bursts. Green blood everywhere, eating through the dirt like acid rain. He seizes, drops hard, tearing at himself. A whir slices the quiet. Hook rockets out, punches clean through his chest. Cables snap tight, drag him into the dark. Boom, blows apart in a cloud of ash that just rains down. Krez thrashes, cords of muscle snapping as those micro-drones dive. Blades saw through his hide, flaying skin in wet ribbons, blood gushing thick and black. They burrow, carving out chunks of lung, splattering bone marrow across the dirt. His eyes pop from the pressure, scream drowning in his own blood. Then the blast fries him from the inside, leaves steaming slabs of meat and splintered rib hanging in the air. Falling with a loud plop. Torque jolts like he's been hit by lightning from the gods, his iron skin fracturing under invisible fire. The warhead blooms in his core, unleashing a tempest of shimmering viscera that arcs through the air like stardust gone mad. His bellow echoes with otherworldly fury, body disintegrating into a cascade of molten sparks and howling wind that scorches the ground beneath him. Dust storm barrels in fast, ground rumbling like an old engine about to blow. That chill. It's closing, heavy, hungry. You can feel it pressing down, suffocating, like death's got a grudge, and we're next on the list. The junkyard dog hunkers down in his throne of twisted chassis and shattered glass, surrounded by piles of parts he's claimed as his own. Scavengers get too close, he rises, silent, deliberate, teeth bared around stolen radiators and fuel cells like they're his young. He doesn't chase, he waits, then strikes when you're reaching for that last coil or gear. No one's taken from his hoard and lived to brag about it. Stellar Wake. We're a stone's throw from Acceleron out here, parked right in the middle of that shimmering haze. Claire's all dreamy-eyed, saying it's like staring into the soul of the cosmos. But honestly, looks more like space through glitter in a black hole's face. Kinda beautiful, kinda terrifying. You know, typical Tuesday. That mist is alive almost, swirling colors like it's dancing just for us. Makes you wonder what's really out there, hidden in all that pretty light. Clara's lost in it, but Nathaniel, he's grinning like he knows exactly what comes next. Event logged, she says flatly. Looks like the welcoming party's here. Nathaniel just chuckles, leaning back. You always did have a knack for being right. Almost makes up for that attitude. Transfer complete, Cleo breathes out, still trembling from that light surge. Doors sealed, for now. Clara strides in, staff echoing like a countdown. Hunters are inbound, Nathaniel. Could go either way, ass-kissing or an explosion. Your call how we greet them. Nathaniel doesn't even blink. Breach is open. Let's see if they're here for business or just bad jokes. Silac steps in, all shadow and smug, and Clara just sighs. Great, another ego with a bounty on it. Starshatter floats in like a nightmare in silk, gravity warping the air so your knees buckle. Clara's whisper cuts through the hush, voice thick with dread. Her people, the Void Choir, humanity didn't just defeat them, they shattered their souls, flayed their minds across the stars, till screams echoed in the vacuum. Her sister's trapped in a collapsing dimension, body folding in on itself forever. And she's here to repay the favor. Starshatter extends her arm toward the throne, voice steady and grand. Behold, a gift presented to President Nathaniel Adrian Crown. The girl just stands there, barely breathing, cloth hanging loose on her frame, looking from face to face in the crowd like she expects someone to explain. Then Starshatter's fingers twitch, curl, and the girl's knees buckle, a sharp gasp escaping as something unseen starts to twist inside her. Starshatter's fingers twist tighter, like she's squeezing an invisible cord. The girl's body jerks once, twice. Sweat beads on her skin, trickles down her sides. Her hands ball into fists, nails digging in.
mouth hanging open but no sound comes out. The crowd leans forward, whispers fading to nothing. Then it starts. Thin streams of blood slipping from her ears, her nostrils. Her eyes squeeze shut as her face contorts. Skin ripples, bubbling up angry red. And boom, she bursts, spraying crimson across the floor in a heavy, wet splatter. Silence holds for a beat. Then Nathaniel's laugh rolls out, deep and genuine, hands coming together in slow applause. The room catches it, chuckles spreading like wildfire. Wings settle with this soft rustle. Nathaniel exhales, half laugh. Why aren't you something else? What's your story, Angel? Clara clears her throat, shifting her weight. She's called the Bleed Mother, sire, one of the fallen, from what we've gathered. Why ain't you just highfalutin as all get out? Nathaniel breathes. Prep my chamber for the Bleed Mother. Guards, move. Crowd's losing it out there, practically screaming her name like she's the headliner. All right, shut it. Clara, eyes up here. This is the wake. My game, my rules. We've been bending stars and breaking wills, but now something's slipping, a loose thread in the weave, and if it pulls, the whole damn tapestry goes up in flames. He pauses, eyes narrowing with this wild spark. Humans. Just saying it gets the room buzzing mad. These messy, tech-tinkering hoarders wormed right into my wake. Uninvited, unwanted. Yeah, and now they're practically knocking on the door. Slip through the cracks like they own the place. If we don't shove back hard, they'll unravel everything we've built. Baby shopping gone wrong, locked in. What's next? Flash to L. Those twin suns blasting down like fireworks gone wild. Colors everywhere, shifting violets, burning golds, the whole place pulsing like it's alive. Prim's skin catches it all, glowing warm, her hair whipping around like liquid fire. Father's robes shimmer with every shift, massive and mesmerizing. And yeah, those orbs, floating, humming tunes that sound half drunk, half divine. Prim's eyes light up when she spots the window. There they are, human babies in stacked cages, wriggling and cooing. One's got a spaceship teether clamp in his mouth, drooling like it's the best thing ever. Another's got these big, wondering eyes, smacking at a floating orb and laughing every time it bobs away. And yeah, those two in the corner, blanket tug-of-war champions. But that little chunker who just yeeted his toy block, serious arm. Prim freezes, that tiny hand smushed against the glass. And she melts, pressing her palm right back. The baby's coo is so soft, but it hits her hard. Father, you're adorable. Can we get one? Pretty please? Father, start him young, sneaking extra rations from the mess hall. Swapping crate labels so the rotten fruit goes out first. Teach him to haggle, like sharks, skim every deal until folks are flat broke and desperate. Get smarter, fake logs, divert supplies to the black markets. Let a few colonies go hungry for a fat payout. Before long, they're paying off inspectors, framing rivals, stuffing bodies in hold compartments where no one looks. All nice and tidy, until the auditors show up. Father sighs, arms folding across his chest. Prim, a life is a difficult thing to manage. Prim Dyer nods slowly, her eyes drifting back to the cage. You already have more to manage than you know what to do with. Father gives a soft shake of the head.
It's hard, even for me, to comprehend.
Chapter 7, Space Junk. Deep in the neon-drenched bowels of Junkspire, where the air just fucking stinks of scorched wires and dead-end lives, Slark hulks behind a counter stacked with craft guts that have been vomited out some hungover freighter. Fat rolls hanging over his belt like meat stacked too high. Hair's a greasy mop welded to his head. Robes look like they lost a fight with a food cart. Glowing stains, dried splatter, total wreck. Guy's a human junkyard. What'll it be, pal? He grunts, breath like battery acid. His breath, foul enough to peel rust off a hull or send a skunk packing. 3 chins jiggle like loose cargo as he yanks at that robe, flashing saggy gut and stretch marks, more skin than a 0G strip club. Hologuide flickers next to him, blue data scrolling like a back alley bizarre price tag. Welcome, scavenger, he purrs, voice oiled up slicker than hull grease. Michael, better known as Junk, strides up wearing a matte black exosuit that sucks in every scrap of light in the joint. His helmet blinks red 3 times, like it's about to puke a warning, then drops calm white. He slams the sack onto the counter. Whole place shakes. Out comes a dented canister, silver liquid jiggling inside. Hairline cracks spitting fluid straight onto Zlark's fat face. Zlark doesn't flinch, licks it off, slow, loud, hungry. 2,000 Astros? Junk asks through the filter, voice flat as hull plating. Zlark's chins ripple like overfilled water sacks, eyes narrow. Tritanium coolant? This swill's deader than my last sidekick. 30 credits and you're lucky to get that on Acceleron. Hologuide flashes 5,000 per liter. He tugs the robe, seems groaning like busted hydraulics. Where'd you score this, Junk? Old Zlark's all ears. Well, all neck. Junk's helmet flares red like it's about to punch the next person who blinks. Look, $1,000 and I'll drop coordinates, deal. He balls a fist tight enough to crack Duracrete. Zlark hacks out a laugh, thick, phlegmy. Sounds like someone's draining a grease trap. No way, Jose. Junk pulls out the cylinder, navy blue, runes cut clean, and sets it on the counter. Zlark wipes drool off his chin with the back of a sausage finger. That's prime tech. Not even on the blackboards yet. Real boys in the Navy would slit your throat for that, Junk. Clunk. Zlark, take it. Thruster nozzle. 3 seconds faster burn. Enough to win. Enough to live. It's still hot. Merry Christmas, you fat son of a bitch! Zlark's eyes narrow. Christmas? Were you some human hugger? Counter creaks as he shoves his gut forward. Hand dives under the counter. Out comes the gun. Rusted and huge. Barrel locked on Junk's chest. Get your ass out of here before I pump you full of lead, you human lover. Lead. Lead is past tense how you were guided to your grave. Rhymes with dead is what flies out this barrel and puts you 6 feet under. Happy?
The Scrap Rats of Nilm. Nim, yeah, not just a name, it's the lab, the real place where they did those rat experiments. National Institute of Mental Health, Maryland, basement level 3. You don't hear about it in school, but it's where everything starts. The rats escaped Nem, and now everything in the movie happens because of what Nem did to them. Not magic, science gone bad. The Secret of Nim, 1982. The Real Beginning, 1958, Maryland. A government building with no windows. Real scientists lock mice into boxes. They give them cheese, beds, wheels, no hard work, no danger. The mice multiply fast, 200, 800. Then the moms start eating their babies. Dads attack each other until they bleed out. A bunch just sits still, twitching. All the scientists said was, overpopulation broke them. The last run, Universe 25, ended in 1973 with 0 survivors. Tapes recorded, everything destroyed, except copies quietly mailed to an animator named Don Bluth. Bluth's team got those tapes in 1980. They sat in a dark room and watched. Real rodents drowning, Real bites, real screams slowed down to whispers. Then they drew it. Not all of it. Most was too awful for kids. But chunks stayed in. The needle flashbacks, the thorn wall, the way Jenner growls like a man who's been experimented on. They even used the real audio in Goldsmith's score. Pitch shifted so high, you feel it more than hear it. The necklace? Yeah, that thing. Nem had built one. Tiny battery, tiny dose of acid. Bluth asked his actress, Elizabeth, to wear it for method acting. She did. After 3 days, she ripped it off, said rats were chewing her skull from the inside, and quit forever. 7 years later, she jumps. Note just said, they're still in the walls. John Carradine, who voiced the owl, died on set of another movie in 1988. They found bite marks, 2 perfect half moons. Clean, but the marks were fresh. And pause the old Laserdisc, 47 minutes, 3 seconds, 1 frame. A rat's eye shows a man in a lab coat, 1972. Calhoun's coat, not drawn, not planned, just there. That's it. No curses, no demons, just people who saw too much, copied it anyway, and now we can't unhear it. So the movie isn't about courage, it's about what happens when the lab leaks. Those nootropics? Rumored to be prototype ampakines laced with scopolamine stuff, meant to supercharge focus, but left users looping through waking nightmares. Bluth walked himself in a dim studio, swallowing capsules that made time stretch like taffy. Sigils weren't doodles, they were obsessively scratched. Each rat skull monolith had 13 eyes, prime number thing. And Goldman's memory loss, it wasn't gradual. He'd wake mid-moan, ink on his face. One night, he gaps out mid-sentence, wakes up 3 hours later clutching a reel labeled, test negative. Didn't remember shooting, developing, or burning a single frame. The mice weren't cute, they were flayed, tongues sewn, mouths shaped like help, like he was possessed, not inspired. You think it stopped with sketches? No, they filmed it. So, the cut they never released, 20 to 45 whole minutes, started exactly where the one we know ends. Mrs. Brisby, cradling her stone, whispers thank you to empty air. Then the amulet pulses red. Not pretty pink. Red like a laser dot on an executioner's gun. Somewhere off screen, van doors slam. Tires hiss gravel. No dialogue, just the wet slap of rats being scooped into kennels. Jeremy, not comic relief. His beak, rusted brown from old blood, punches through Martin's socket. Slow. You see the bone dust plume like chalk on blackboard. Martin's still laughing, till he's not. He grabs Timmy, smashes that tiny snout into a rag soaked in something that smells like burnt pennies. The squeak cuts out. They don't cut away. They let it go limp in frame. Then Jenner, calm as a surgeon, flicks his scalpel. Brisby's belly splits, vertical, skin curling back like wet origami. Intestines slip free, warm and gray, wrapping his wrist twice. She keeps singing. Voice bubbles up through water. No water in the set, so they must have dubbed it post, or she was drowned after. Credits roll white. Film 1981, burned 83. Barnhart's signature in the corner, but he swears he drew mice, not this. 98, one lonely post. User says the tape smelled like formaldehyde and pennies. Says the final frame froze on Brisby's eye, rolling up. White. No pupil, no spark. Then static. 2 storyboard artists, credited as Crow and Shade, defected mid-shoot. Their bodies were fished from the LA River in 1981. Verdict, drowning accidents. But the leaks, finally out in 2012, say barbiturates laced with scopolamia, NIM's go-to truth serum back then. You hear it in the dubs, faint overlap, rat squeaks under Brisby's breath, not Foley, actual audio bleed from the trench set, where live rodents were kept. Hartman begged him off. They're inside the booth. Bluth just smiled, said, that's the point. By premiere, she wouldn't look at kids. They rolled tape in the trench at 3 a.m. Live rats packed so thick, their tails braided. Mic'd for dialogue. Elizabeth Hartman, Oscar-nominated actress, played the blind girlfriend in A Patch of Blue, same tremolo as Mrs. Brisby. Widowed young, Vietnam took her pilot husband. She didn't act, she leaked. Every line felt like something squeezing out. After NIM, she disappeared. No press junkets, no premiere. Just that jump. 7 floors. Note, the rats whisper still. Autopsy, no drugs, just burst eardrums, like something screamed inside.
Junk Spire's wreckage pit reeks of burnt oil and twisted steel, steam rising thick. Bolt's boots sink into the muck, heavy and wet. Grit grabs his collar, flings him forward. Scour the landfill for parts, maggot brain, he bellows. Voice raw, booming off the wreckage. Spit hits Bolt's cheek hot, sour. The kids trudge toward the glowing pit, all bony elbows and grease-stained rags clinging to him. Grapple hooks bang against plasma cutters that spit sparks. Shovels drag behind, bent, brutal things. Tinker drops her voice low. "This guy's a total asshole," she mutters, knuckles white around her cutter's grip. Bolt's eyes dart wide, twitchy, sweeping the junk ridge before snapping back to Grit. That meathead's already wedging his bulk into the grappler cockpit, hydraulic arms groaning as they flex. "We fix this rig, we ditch his sorry ass for good," Bolt whispers, lips barely moving. His jaw locks solid. "He can't take us all. Let's bury this jerk." Wisp nods, all elbows and jitters. She's shaking harder than a busted engine block. Fingers spider walk that live wire, thumb brushing sparks. "I'll rig a coil to fry his ass," she murmurs, voice barely louder than the wind. "Now or never." Grit bares his teeth. "Shut your filthy pie holes and find my parts," he barks. Spit peppers the air. Grappler claw lunges, metal screams, hooks a jagged plate. He swings it like a baseball bat. Tinker takes it in the ribs, flies 3 yards, lands hard in a clearing, breath knocked clean out. Grit tilts the cockpit forward. "What's that?" he demands. Tinker sweeps rust off her knees. Hand lands on something cold. A manhole cover etched with symbols that look like somebody tried to write a warning in blood, then gave up. She goes dead still. "How'd we miss this on scanners?" she mutters, suspicion pooling in her voice like oil. "Hiding it from old Grit, huh?" Grub, stocky and squinting like he's trying to read the fine print on a cosmic scam, rubs his chin. "Could be worth a fortune. Let's crack it open." Grit hops down from the cockpit, face redder than a supernova. "You mutinous little shits," he thunders. "You didn't want Grit to find the treasure. Liars, all of ya. I'm gonna tan your hides." Grit shoulders Tinker aside with a meaty elbow. She hits the dirt hard. "Out of my way. That's my find." He snatches Grub's crowbar, no asking, just yanks it free. Rams the lip of the manhole cover. Metal shrieks. He levers. The lid peels back with a rusty groan. Clangs down. A black shaft breathes up stale air that tastes of oil and rot. Grit tosses the bar aside. "Easy pickings. Where's my treasure, punks?" He puffs his chest, laughs, all gravel and menace, then drops, feet first, into the hole. The chamber below is a rusty vault, lit by flickering light that screams budget haunted house. A central panel dominates, studded with 5 metallic dials, each engraved with 5 glyph symbols: red, blue, green, yellow, purple, like a cosmic slot machine. Grit's boots echo as he lands, eyes gleaming with greed shinier than a used spaceship salesman's grin. Another lock. He snarls, stomping to the panel like he's about to bully it into submission. He grips the first dial, spinning it to red. A screech pierces the air, the chamber shaking like it's got the cosmic jitters. "Stupid piece of shit." He twists the 5th dial to blue, and a hum rises, clashing like dueling banjos in a starship engine. Like a race grid. "Line 'em up," he mutters, spinning the 2nd dial to red, 3rd to purple, 4th to yellow. Jackpot, baby. The dials blaze. Grit screams, just once, short and wet, as the chamber belches white flame up the shaft, like hell trying to crawl out. 10 feet of fire, roaring over the rim, hot enough to blister paint. Wisp yelps, falls on her ass. Tinker stumbles back, hands up, hair whipping. Bolt jerks his shoulder, shirt edge smoking, swears once. The fire snaps shut, drops back down. The shaft exhales, like it inhaled Grit and hated the taste. Bolt spits Grit. "Someone get a line. We need to haul him out." Grub snorts. Not happening. He's vapor. Tinker peers over the lip, still glowing, still shimmering. She kicks the cover back on with a clang. "We never saw a thing. Just a busted junkyard. End of story." Wisp still shaking. "Yeah, end of story." Wisp clutches her coil like it's her last lifeline. "I can solve it. Maybe?" Her lip quivers. Bolt wheels around, cheeks blotchy with sweat. "Maybe?
Let's haul us out of here. His boot scrapes gravel. He's already backing up. Wisp's gaze drills into the pit. This is bad juju, she whispers, knuckles bone white. Tinker drops to one knee, fingertips grazing the rim like she's reading Braille in hell. I found a book about this once. Logic games, puzzles for nerds with no life. Grubb squints, fingernail digging behind his ear. What's a book? Tinker says, a magical brick of dead tree pulp, stuffed with symbols that spark hallucinations of epic battles, sappy romance, and worlds cooler than this dump. Basically brain candy. Grubb's eyes go wide. Like with pictures?
Bolt's voice bounces off the rusty vault walls as he reads the first dial's riddle, like it's a cryptic note from a shady space dealer. I am the first to turn. To green I'm set. A click, a glow, a hum you won't forget. But when I'm right, the second turns to red. What color must I be to start the thread? Look, the words are right here. Idiot Grit didn't even try. He just yanked colors like he was playing slots. Tinker snorts. Fatso couldn't read a grocery list, let alone a lock. The second dial's riddle is all attitude. The first you've seen, the path begins to show. I'm next, but red's not where I'm meant to go. Spin me to a hue that often hums, yet shifts the first to blue, and third to come. What color am I to keep the vault's tune? Wisp's finger hovers, then slams it to yellow. The vault's hum drops, like someone's cranked the bass on a busted speaker. First dial clicks over to blue, all calm and cool. Third lights green, jealous and bright. Bolt rubs his chin. It's playing us like a rigged slot, like every dial's got a knife in its boot. Tinker steps up. Second's yellow, third's green, first's blue. Anybody see a pattern, or are we just jerking dials till something explodes? First is blue, second's yellow. It's a fight. I'm third, now green, but that's not right. Turn me to a shade that calms the clash and sets the fourth to yellow in a flash. What color must I be to mend the sound? Wisp licks her lips, spins the third dial to red. The hums turn jagged, metal grating on metal, then smooth out like somebody just poured whiskey on the mix. Fourth dial snaps to yellow. Now that's how you talk to a puzzle. The fourth dial's riddle is pure drama. 3 is now red, and I'm yellow's glow. But harmony's not here, the evil still grows. Spin me to a hue that steadies all, though fifth may shift to red. Watch your step, don't fall. What color keeps the vault song true? Tinker spins it to blue. The hums fuse, one note, perfect. Fifth dial flips to red, throwing the rhythm off. Bolt stares at the last dial. It's blinking like a warning light on a crashing freighter. Make the right move, or we're next, he mutters.
The fifth dial's riddle hangs there like a dare. 4 dials set, their colors all align. I'm last, but red's a trap that will shake your behind. Purple's call was tried, yet hums did screech, for I move the fourth from blue, out of reach. Reset the fourth, then name my hue to win the breach. Bolt curses, back up. Tinker twists fourth dial back to yellow. The hums wobble, then settle. Wisp gulps, it's green. Gotta be green. Bolt spins the fifth to green. The floor lifts. An elevator, straight up through the junkyard, past Grit's ashes, and out into daylight. We're rich, we're free, and Grit's still toast.
Chapter 8, O Starry Night. The landfill sprawls under a bruised night sky, jagged heaps of refuse clawing at the stars, like broken dreams from 1,000 deadbeats clawing back. One lone star punches through the haze, hanging there like some Christmas bulb that won't quit, burning steady. Tattered tinsel catches grease sparks off the grill, sausages hissing, spitting clove oil into the frostbite air.
Smells like church basement nostalgia, dipped in rot. Hope? Yeah, right. That's just the stink of yesterday's lies, simmering. Ray's scarred grip tightens on the fork. Grease pops, spits against his knuckles, stings sharp. Yet he doesn't flinch. Firelight carves every hard line deeper across his face, like gravel roads under headlights. Wheelchair groans as he shifts, the ribbon slapping at the night, clinging to what's left. Then, crack. Michael barrels in, boot smashing down on that busted plastic Santa. Plastic splits, head rolls. The whole lawn shudders under his stomp, each step a hammer. Something's cracked open in him, something ugly. How many times have I asked you for advice? Michael snarls, breath steaming like exhaust. And when I finally do, now you dump this steaming pile on me. You think I dragged myself here, boots soaked in trash juice, to beg? To crawl? His voice cracks open, every word a fresh cut. I don't owe you a damn thing, Ray. Not one breath. The Santa head skitters to a stop, cheek down in the mud. Ray looks down at it, then up at Michael, slow, eyes narrow. Yeah? Then what are you doing here, kid? He lifts the sizzling fork, grease dripping red gold like blood from a fresh kill. Thought maybe you'd grown up. Thought maybe you'd learned to read the room. He jerks his chin toward the star. That thing up there's the only light ain't gone dirty tonight. He taps the fork on the grill bars. Clang. Everything else, filthy, including you. Ray keeps his gaze pinned to the grill. The fork trembles. Bad. Not just age, shame, regret. The things he's done. Get the hell off my lawn, Michael, he whispers, so low it's almost vapor. Don't abuse Santa. His wrist jerks, just a twitch, but the sausage rolls. Skin blisters, splits. Fat bursts out like a gunshot. Steam rises, curls around his face, sticks to his beard like regret. The ribbon on the wheel slaps again, flap, mocking him. He can still hear it, that night. The squeal, the crunch, the way Michael looked at him after, like he'd lit the match. Michael's fists clench hard, bones bulge beneath the skin, fingers jabs the star. What's this about, huh? He snarls, spit flying. That your guiding light? Bullshit. You want something from me? My sister's gone, Ray. She's dead. Voice shatters, raw. We were tight, Lavinia and me. Christmas under the overpass, splitting a 40, laughing like the world couldn't touch us. Then you showed up, Ray. My parents, Osita, Ngozi. What did you do to them? You know what you did. The finger stays up, shaking, like a busted antenna trying to reach heaven and getting nothing but static. Ray's hands freeze, the spatula hanging, dripping grease like thick blood. I tried, kid. I drove like a bat out of hell to save Lavinia. She died on the table, blood everywhere, her insides torn apart. His voice cracks, glass on concrete. Drowned in it, her guts in my lap, warm, then not. He blinks hard. She's free now. Things were good once. I had Melina, my wife, Tamara, my daughter, my light. The words drop heavy, each one landing like a hammer on rusted chain. Michael's breath snags, sharp, swallowed. What? Her name? What was it? His jaw hangs slack a second, eyes wide. Not the star now, not the grill, just Ray, just the shape of the truth carving itself out between them. Tamara. She was everything. We stopped at Seracum 15, coming back from Paradise Lost. Your parents' disease, their filthy human slaves. It spread like wildfire. It took my family. Tamara, Melina, the loves of my life, gone. Ray's fingers snap, sharp. I watched them rot, Michael, their bodies crumbling, as I begged for a cure. I tracked it to your parents' trade den. Soon as my racer's ready, I'm gone. You can rot here, Ray talking to your ghosts. Acceleron? You're a madman, Michael. I should bash your face in right now, but why bother? I'll win every goddamn race, like Soul, tearing through Despera in a hyperbed. Every alien who hates me, they'll choke on it. And you'll watch from this chair, wishing you never opened your mouth. He flicks the ribbon at Ray's face. Remember her, Tamara? This is for her, and for Lavinia, and for every lie you told.
Ray's fingers curl on the fork handle. He doesn't look away. You go ahead, kid. Run. Just don't come crawling back when the track eats you alive.
You saying I'm a fool chasing death? Picture me live, blown to bits for your amusement. That ought to make you pretty happy, Ray. Put that on your endless loop, in that screwball head of yours.
Ray shrinks into the chair, vinyl sighing like lungs giving out. Your dreams, Michael, they're fearless. Don't hit me with that bottle, please. The bottle swings, no hesitation, smacks the table dead center. Glass bursts outward, shrapnel skittering across rust flakes and old Christmas lights. Michael clamps Ray's jaw, fingers digging like pit bull teeth, thumbs boring white holes into cheeks already bruised from life. Ray's face folds, mouth buckled. Tell me. Michael roars, bottleneck inches from the eyeball. You said it. What am I, Isaac Newton? How am I bold? Spit it out, you bald-headed piece of shit. Vomit barrels up, chunky, brown, reeking like a fermenting landfill, and blasts Ray square in the face, runs off the chin, drops onto the ribbon.
Ray hacks at Michael's vomit, chunks clinging to his beard like mold. Michael lunges, hand clamps back on like a vice, thumb grinding in. Ray's eyeballs swell, veins pop, fluid oozing down his cheek in yellow ropes. Michael doesn't blink. You're a fool, Ray grunts, voice shredded. I never said you were bold. You're just fast. Sack of shit. Way too damn pussified. Michael presses harder, feels the eyeball shift. Time to scream, Ray. Ray bares his teeth. Fuck yourself, Michael. You want truth? Coughs. Red mist on Michael's fist. I envy you, kid. Legs work. Head's empty. Just engine noise and ego. No ghosts. No chair. Go win. I'll watch from hell, right next to your parents. Ray grins crooked, busted, real. And I'll cheer when you flip end over end at Mach 9.
You owe me, Ray. You helped build me a racer, and you'll only have to worry about seeing me at Acceleron. You have my word. Michael tilts the bottle back, one last gulp, amber running down his chin. Then his knees buckle, collides with the lawn, face plants straight into the snow. The Christmas lights flicker over him. Red, green, red. Bottle rolls out of his hand, glugging the last of itself across the grass. He snores once, loud, wet, like the whole fight just got poured out of him and left him deflated. Fork dripping in his fist, he wheels forward, slow, crushing the Santa head beneath a tire. Crunch. Looks at the bottle, looks at Michael, looks at the stars. Sucks in a gurgle of grease, then hawks it, thick and yellow, right across Michael's nose. It spreads out slow, sticky, steaming in the cold night air. Michael doesn't flinch, just lays there like a corpse in a manger. Christmas lights painting him red, green, red. Ray watches the glob slide into his ear, nods once. Good night, princess.
Chapter 9, Straight from the Vault. The vault's tunnel spirals deeper. Tinker kicks a gear, clang, cutting the dead air. This place is a riddle from hell, she hisses, voice scraped raw, pink bandana soaked, grapple shaking like a shield. Whisk grips her coil pack tight, moppy hair hiding wild eyes. This ain't no junk pile, she whispers, breath snagging as the walls creep closer. Bolt, shaking like a live wire in a storm, snorts. No shit, Wisp. He swings his plasma cutter hard at a dangling cable, the blade like thunder. Sparks spit wild as a wire dies, and his boot catches a sunken panel. It blasts, white-hot glare. Oops, he mutters, sweat rolling down his jaw like he just pulled the pin on a live round. Greb's eyes blaze, voice cutting sharp. Oops, you trying to kill us? His boots grind over twisted bolts, cable snapping underfoot as he barrels in, body strung tight, ready to explode. Hand over that cutter before you blow us all to bits. Tinker whips around, shout cracking like a belt. Shut up, both of you. Grub stabs a finger at Bolt. He's gonna get us killed. Bolt snarls right back. At least we can see now, you jackass. It reeks like a corpse in here, Grub growls, nostrils flaring against the rot. Wisp doubles forward, choking. Smells like death, pew, wee. Their boots chew through rubble, shattered circuits, mangled bolts, as that vault drags the life right out of them. Tinker drags her grapple down the wall, metal screaming like it's begging. This can't be it, she spits. There's gotta be something. Wisp hits the dirt on all fours, hair whipping wild as she rakes grit from a busted panel. Fingers scrape over faint marks, ancient, almost warm. Guys, I found a manual or something, she blurts, voice shaking like a frayed fuse. What's this do? Her fingertip hovers above the rune, the thing throbbing red, alive. Don't touch it, the gang howls, panic nodding their shouts together. Wisp locks up, eyes spinning, chest heaving. Stop yelling, I hate it. Oh hell, something's happening. They bellow. What'd you do? She jerks back, hands up. Nothing, I swear, it wasn't me. A hologrid snaps alive, steel blue light, washing their faces like moonlight off a knife blade. X plus Y equals 14. Y plus Z equals 12. X plus Z equals 16. Numbers hanging there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's line them up, says Samantha. He slaps down 2 slices of, I wonder, bread? Mold kissing the crust, as rust snows off the metal like dandruff. Out comes a candy bar, half melted into a chocolate scar. Meat, he barks, mashing it between. Gummy worms, glowing neon poison, spill over like guts. Vegetables, he crows. Mayonnaise blasts from a crusty tube, thick as pus, glopping on top. Then whipped cream, psss, drowns it all in white foam, sweet and sickly. He bites, crunch, mayo jetting down his chin, worm whipping up to plaster his face. Chocolate welds his mouth shut, cream puddling like brains on the tiles. The gang stares, stomachs lurching. You're eating now? Tinker coughs, bile rising. Grub slurps loud, licking worm guts off his teeth. Got a grub? Want a sandwich? What is that? Wisp wheezes, hand clamped over her gag. Grub flashes a chocolate grin. Brain food, baby. Tinker snaps her goggles tight, pulse hammering her throat. Focus! 3 equations, 3 variables. X, Y, Z. Numbers are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're on a clock. Solve it or we're dead. Bolt jabs a jittery finger at the grid. X plus Y is 14. Y plus Z is 12. X plus Z, 16. Death trap puzzle. Grub, sandwich grease shining on his jaw, shrugs through a mouthful. Add 'em all. Might crack it. Tinker scribbles frantic. X plus Y plus Z equals 14. Then Y plus Z equals 12. So X is 2. X plus Z equals 16. Z is 14? Nope. Back up. X plus Y plus Z equals 21. Wait. Whoa, Wisp chokes. Fingers tangling hair, pupils blown. X, Y, Z, add to 21. What's next? Bolt slaps the grid. Zzz. X plus Y equals 14. Z's 21 minus 14. 7. Grump shoes, sandwich dripping. 7's in there. Y plus Z equals 12. 7 plus Y. 5. Tinker's goggles flash. Yes. X plus 7 equals 16. X is 9. Whisk claps. Sharp, metallic, voice spiking like a siren. X is 9. Y is 5. Z is 7. Check it. She jabs each rune. 9 plus 5, 14. 5 plus 7, 12. 9 plus 7, 16. Lights blink green, grid humming approval. The tunnel shudders, stone grinding somewhere deep. We're through. Components aligned, Tinker roars, but the floor bucks like a dying beast. Steam lashes their faces, skin blistering on contact. Walls throb crimson, metal veins bulging. Death sequence initiated. A voice thunders overhead. Cold, mechanical. Green fog jets from ducts. Tinker ducks as a blast of steam lashes past her ear. What now? She screams over the grinding walls, nails scraping the busted console for anything alive. This place is gonna kill us. I am the sum of the first 5 primes, the vault growls. Name me in liters. Pour it here. True measure, or the tomb seals forever. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Man cave.
Ray's holed up in his garage, A sweatbox tomb of busted dreams and busted engines. His hands, knuckles split, nails black, fight a ship that looks like it crawled out of hell's scrapyard. Hulls rusted red-brown, pitted like acne on a teenager, every dent telling a story of crashes or close calls. Thrusters sag, patched with weld scars thicker than his temper. Wires dangle like guts, sparking faint, smelling of ozone and burnt rubber. He snarls, "Fuck this piece of junk," voice raw as sandpaper, breath hot and heavy with cheap coffee and yesterday's bourbon. Wrench slips, bangs metal, clangs echo like gunshots in the tight space. Grease drips, slick under his boots, pooling with oil and something darker. Blood maybe, from a cut he don't remember. He leans closer, squinting through sweat, eyes bloodshot, determined. "One last flight, you bastard. One more and I'm done." Sparks fly as he twists harder, metal screaming like it's alive and pissed. Sparks shower, white hot, ricocheting off his forearms, sizzling when they hit sweat. Garage strobes electric blue, then pitch again. Ray doesn't flinch. Those big brown eyes, hazel rings like old whiskey, burn brighter than the arc, narrowed in focus, corners creased deep as canyons. He's grinning now, teeth stained, a crooked half smile that says, "I ain't scared of nothing." Every crackle feels like thunder in his chest. "Come on, sweetheart," he rasps, welder hissing like a snake. "Dance for daddy." The beam slices metal clean, molten edge hissing steam when coolant drips down. Age don't mean jack when you're 20 welds from freedom. He exhales slow. Good enough. He flips the switch. For one dumb second, the whole damn junk heap purrs. Sparks still drip from his goggles when the scrape hits, a long, slow drag of steel on steel, somewhere behind the buffeted compressor. Ray kills the welder instantly, the sudden silence louder than any roar. Metal on metal again. No wind out here, not in this sealed tin box. He snatches the plasma cutter, safety off with a satisfying click. "Show yourself, you sneaky bastard," he roars, cutter igniting in one brutal stab of cobalt fire. The flame hisses like it's laughing at him. He pivots slow, heart hammers so hard he feels it in his teeth. Whoever's creeping around his secrets just made their last mistake.
Chill, old man. Don't torture undies. Michael unfurls from the dark like smoke given legs. 6'3" if he's a centimeter. Spine straight as a rail, but loose like he's allergic to tension. The kid's wrapped in a cloak shredded by micrometeorites and bad decisions. Grease streaks his cheekbones like war paint. He grins, slow and stupid bright. "Damn, Ray, she ain't just flying, she's screaming. Hotter than a stripper pole at a cosmic bachelor party." Michael whistles low. He reaches out, fingertips ghosting over the hull like it's church. "You fixin' to die in that thing?" Ray kills the power on that humming plasma cutter, steam curling off the barrel like spent blood. He lets out this gravel rasp, half laugh, half death rattle. "Jesus, kid, you nearly gave me a coronary. I swear I saw those bounty hounds' headlights flash behind my eyelids." Michael just flicks the sweat off his brow, smirking like he owns every star in the sector. "Told you, Ray, the system's a shit show now. Whole registry's fried. If they wanted your ass, you'd be in chains faster than you can say intergalactic repo. Nobody's hunting you anymore. Merry Christmas, you paranoid geezer." "So, what's her name?" Ray's face melts, just a little, like he's eyeballing the only woman who ever mattered. He pats the scarred hole, grease caked under every nail. "Merry Christmas, Mike," he murmurs, voice gone soft as whole plate silk. "She's Volare." Michael hacks a wet laugh, wiping plasma dust off his jaw. "Volare? What the hell's that? Some fancy alien booze they brew in 0G? Ray's eyes flash, that old dog finally letting slip a grin. "Means to fly, in the common tongue, you uncultured space hobo." He taps the hole again, metal ringing like a promise. And hell, she still can. He leans back, wiping sweat off his brow, like he just sprinted a marathon in 0G. "You here to drool over my baby, or you got something useful? Thruster coil? Nav core that doesn't suck?" Michael's grin flickers, like a busted holobulb dying in the dark, hand scrubbing his neck, guilty as a smuggler with a warrant. "Well," Ray barks, eyes narrowing sharp as laser bores, veins popping in his temples. He's jonesing bad, pupils blown wide with pure gear lust. "Spit it out, Mike." "Wish I had parts, man." Michael slaps that battered case down. Clang. Tape cases clatter inside, rattling louder than loose screws on a pirate ship. He pops the latches,
And there's your grandma's secret stash. Blu-rays, DVDs, VHS, labels ghost white, colors bled dry, Acceleron catalog, baby. His voice drops, all gravel and hush, like he's confessing murder or handing over nuke codes. Pre-rule alien mayhem shit. Bloodiest races ever taped. Pure carnage, no filter. Ray's eyes flare. Holy shit, what a haul. Where'd you dig up this treasure, you sly bastard? Michael's grin stretches slow. Smug as a cat full of canary, blood on its whiskers. Met an off-world guy. Deals in pop culture and vaccines. Sketchy as hell. Cut a deal, Ray. I can get you anything. Warhead's greatest hits. Lords of Destruction's Demolition Derby. Real carnage. No CGI bullshit.
Michael shrugs, smirking like he's got the universe in his pocket. I could ask? The garage fills with the scent of sugar and spice as the oven creaks open, unleashing a wave of heat that smells like Christmas got drunk and baked itself. Out pops a tray of Christmas cookies, crisp-edged, sparkling with sugar, reeking of cinnamon, nutmeg, buttery shortbread, and a zesty orange kick. Stars, wreaths, snowman, gingerbread men, Santa, reindeer, their centers glowing with ruby red jam like tiny cosmic jewels. The tray clinks on the counter, and for a split second, the grime and rust fade, wrapped in the warm, fleeting magic of fresh-baked Christmas cookies. Like the universe is saying, here, have a moment before it all goes to shit. Ray's voice drops low, rough, whiskey scrape, like gravel dragged across velvet. What about porn? Your guy got any? Pocus hoke and cuss, girls gone horny, shaving Ryan's privates, Goodwill humping, for your thighs only, everyone I did last summer, A Tale of Two Titties, The Texas Vibrator Massacre, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Balls, Edward Pennyhands, Sex Busters, The Foreskin Be With You, Jurassic Pork, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Gays. Nah, scratch that one. Titty-tanic? He lets it hang there, thick as cigar smoke, tasting like trouble. Eyes flick to me, sharp, hunting, waiting for a flinch. Wait, I got a list, 'cause who doesn't love a good list? For, research. Fingers scrape denim, paper rasping like a dead man's nails on coffin wood. He unfurls it, crease so deep the ink bleeds. Pulp friction, Ace Ventura, romancing the bone, the sperminator, glad he ate her, Star Horse, E.T., the extra testicle, Lord of the G-strings, Batman and Robin. Whoops, how'd that sneak in? Schindler's Fist, Honey, I Blew Everybody, The Loin King, Flesh Gordon, Saturday Night Beaver. Any of those, Mike? I'm begging ya. Oh, and Two Girls, One Cup. Heard about it at the crankshaft. Sounds like a classic. Paper flutters back down, slow, like a surrender flag nobody wants. Breath hangs, cigarette tar, cheap cologne, and something metallic underneath. Maybe blood. Maybe just Christmas lights burning out. Michael nods, picking up that cracked VHS case, label ghosted like a bad memory, half scrubbed clean. Shouldn't be an issue, but don't catch rat fever again. That guy's fresh out of antidote. He's a racing nut, says in-flight entertainment's worse than a root canal, so he hauls these. Case snaps open, plastic creaking like old knees. Smell of mildew, motor oil, and something sour, maybe leftover chili dog. Title flickers under the bulb. Titty-tanic, the director's cut. The words feel colder than the concrete underfoot. Ray's fingers trace the covers, lingering on alien racetracks and wrecked ships. Voice thick with awe, like he's holding the Dead Sea Scrolls. Didn't even know these existed. Who's this guy? Michael wipes his hands on his jacket, shrugging. Little big fat dude, sweats like a pig in a sauna. Fat ow, I think. Ray's face darkens. His hand freezes on a DVD. Fat ow. He is no joke, Mike. Violent criminal, Satish diplomat, mutant. Cross him and you're space dust. Stay the hell away. Michael shifts. Unease creeps in, but he forces a grin, cocky as ever. Seemed chill enough. You still want the porn, though? Ray's eyes narrow. His voice drops low, like a warning shot. Yeah, but watch your back. Don't piss off that demon, or you're toast. He snatches a disc from Michael's hand. He whistles, like a kid who just found his dad's secret stash. My old man dragged me, half-drunk, chain-smoking, to this race. The thunder of engines, the stink of burnt rubber still lives in my teeth. Let's fire it up! Ray leans forward. Oh, Mike, you're in for a wild ride. Been messing around in the distillery. New batch, Ray's Eraser, 100% Starshine. Goes down like swallowing a plasma coil.
burns the tongue raw, lights up every vein like Christmas tree wiring. But you'll see more stars than a drunk astronaut locked inside a goddamn planetarium. He licks his lips. The room smells like jet fuel and melted candy canes. Christmas gone nuclear. Chapter 10. She Gives Me Fever. Harper stares into that cracked mirror in the crankshaft's dressing room. Hell, it's more grease than glass, smeared with old lipstick ghosts and sweat stains thicker than regret. Her face stares back, warped wild under the dying neon buzz. Red, pink, red, like a dying bug lamp. "Come on, girl, you got this," she growls, voice torn raw from last night's smokes and screams, fighting to rise above the baseline, punching straight through the plaster, like God's own war drum. She balls her fists till knuckles pop. Tonight's the night someone bleeds the truth. This ain't no Vegas strip club. It's Junkspire's sleaziest dive bar, walls sweating nicotine, air thick with spilled jizz and desperation. And right now, she's walking those boards toward a crowd hornier than a pack of space goats, claws out, breath steaming. Stage lights bite hot across her bare back. She hits the pole like it's the last man alive. Slow circle, hips rolling in arcs that'd make a black hole blush. Fingers clamp steel. Then she swings, body carving moonlight, legs split wide, toes stabbing down like she's gonna rip gravity's throat out. The leather creaks when she moves. Sweat beads along her collarbone, sliding in steady trails down her chest. Neon light turning each drop to liquid fire. She lands softly on the balls of her feet, pivots sharp, and her hair whips across her face, black, wet, alive, before it falls away, revealing eyes the color of burnt gunmetal. They burn, not sad, not scared, just furious. Plasma cool and furnace hot, locked on every man daring enough to hold her stare. Her hips snap, crack, to the baseline, commanding, vicious. Leg hooks the pull like a bayonet twist. Thigh muscles cord hard, veins rising, squeezing chrome until the whole thing hums. She reels backward like a drawn crossbow, crowds drooling, cocks twitching in their seats, but Harper doesn't flinch. She's not their meat, she's the fucking scalpel. She cuts them open with a glare, right through beer fog and smoke, right through whatever lie they think they're buying tonight. She pulls her body higher, so high that her cunt is inches from their panting mouths, close enough to taste. Leather splits, crotch wide, as hips roll, slow, grinding air like it stole something from her. Sweat slides down throat, down flat belly, and drips, hot, onto the pole, sizzling like spit on raw meat. Boot drags back, heel digs. She drops, low, ass out, back arches, so deep you can count the dimples just above her crack. Breath catches, sharp, when chrome kisses lace, soaked lace, brushing her clit like a dare. She moans, real, raw, just for the shiver running up her spine. Then, eyes slit open. She drops, smooth, sudden, hand snatching pole mid-fall, thighs flaring like shotgun barrels. Head tilts, back, until raven strands scrape cheap varnish. And yes, pussy full out, pink and dripping under violet lights, a taunt so raw it should be illegal. Crowd howls, chairs scrape, coins clink off stage like hail. But before the first credit sails, the doors kick in, hard. Wood shatters, glass rains, boom ricochets like God himself just dropped his toolbox. Dust storms through, boots pound, 3 silhouettes, black leather, matte black guns, cut straight to her like hounds on blood. Then the miners storm in, 10 of them, 20, boots like battering rams on rotted boards. Snouts twitch, wet snorts pulling cunt-warm air straight down their throats. Yellow eyes, sick, glowing, pupils blown wide, drilling every slit in the room. Teeth grind, glass chewing meat, steam jets from busted valves nailed straight through neck meat. One stomps, he's all beard and rot, lice marching like flags, streaks of old cum crusted white, and yanks the closest pig by the hair. "This your lucky night, pig boy," he rasps, voice thick tar, then slams skull on brass rail. Crack. Blood pops like overheated salsa. Harper, she's off the pole easy, thighs glisten, eyes flat as steel, steps barefoot into the slaughter, tits bouncing, cunt still dripping, like naked was always her body armor. Another miner vaults the bar, feet smash bottles into razored hail. He lands on the denim girl's back. Her spine folds with a pop. She screams, wet, red. Then it's just gurgle. Harper slips in warm piss and beer, slams shoulder first into a pillar. Heart's pistoning so hard her ribs feel bruised. Lights strobe, bodies jerk, music dead, replaced by ripping cloth and meat tearing. Tank top guy grabs his arm. The miner still has a mouthful of tricep, teeth clicking through tendon, chewing slow like gristle. Blood fountains, splatters Harper's cheek. Then the beast spits out the chunk and lunges again. Harper's already running, naked feet slapping blood, lungs on fire, because if they taste her once, they won't stop. His skin blisters first, pus yellow bubbles that pop and hiss. Fur erupts, coarse, wet, black, like it's punching out from under his pores. Fingers snap, lengthen, nails yellowing, hooking into talons that scrape deep grooves into the table. The scream starts human, then climbs, breaks, turns squeal sharp, jaw unhinges, teeth stretching, thinning, needle fine, dripping spit like venom. Spine bows, crack, vertebrae realigning into something long, hunched, rodent. Legs lengthen, feet twist, knees backward. And his eyes, oh fuck, they burn the same fever yellow as the rest. Whiskers twitching, sniffing Harper down like meat on a spit. A woman writhes on the floor, hands clawing her own gut like it's packed with dynamite, clutching her stomach like she's trying to keep her soul from spilling out. Her flesh splits in ragged seams along her arms and chest, oozing thick blood and pus like a busted pipe. Flesh splits, wet zippers tearing up arms, down tits, blood and pus squirting in thick ropes that steam on the cold boards. Limbs jerk longer, knees crack, elbows fold wrong, nose caves in, pushes out snout first, whiskers punching through pink and twitching like live wires. The scream turns pig sick, then rat raw. Fur rolls over her, black, coarse, until she's no woman, just a hunched, muscle-packed beast. Claws hook a runner's ankle, drag him back. He shrieks, kicks. Too late. She snaps his neck like a pretzel stick. Happy Meals served. Harper ducks behind the velvet curtain, velvet soaked black with blood now, and presses her spine to the plywood wall. The whole stage shakes, every stomp, every rip, like some monster's heartbeat. Out there, a rat thing, fur matted, whiskers dripping, shoves its snout straight through a guy's belly like it's rooting for coins. Wet tear, rip, like a butcher's knife through uncooked steak. The patron's scream chokes off mid-gut gush. Harper's pulse jackhammers, ears ringing, breath ragged hot against her own cheek. Then, that half-rat staggers close, legs bent wrong, face all melted, nose gone, teeth needles, spit hissing steam. He lunges, reeks of death. Harper snatches a broken beer bottle from the floor, jagged crown glinting, and slashes hard. Glass carved snout open, blood fountains red hot, splashing her tits like paint. The thing howls, she kicks, heel in his balls, and bolts deeper into the wings. The crankshaft is a writhing mass of fur, blood, and screams. Neon flickers above. Mutated patrons and miners tear into each other, flesh ripping, bones snapping. Harper's lungs seize, eyes dart. The rat men close in, tails lashing, cocks hard, snouts low and wet. One rat man hunkers in the corner, fist pumping his bloated cock like it's a fire hose. Spurts arc, hot, sticky, landing on Harper's cheek with a splat, running down her throat in thick white trails. Another charges full tilt, 7 feet of twitching whiskers and disease, his cock jetting out purple and veiny, slapping his belly with every footfall. She backs up, velvet ripping off her skin with a wet Velcro sound, bare feet sliding in blood. The curtains behind the stage door now, but 10 more swarm the alleyway. Doors swing wide, revealing rows of throbbing meat and snapping teeth, all aimed straight at her sweet little ass.
Cosmic Grinder. Soul's knuckles bleach white as he clamps down on that beefy fucking wheel, like he's got some punk's throat between his fingers. Leather seat bites into his spine, while this mean machine growls under his ass. Engine rattling like a junkyard dog off the leash, sweat already stinging his eyes. Outside? Yeah, he's wired. This ain't driving, this is war. Aether Circuit's a 20-kilometer futuristic track in a massive dome, with adaptive surfaces that morph into loops, tunnels, and sky bridges. Hypercars race on anti-gravity or maglev tech, hitting over 800 kilometers per hour. Holographic barriers, virtual obstacles, and shifting environments, rain, volcanoes, or zero gravity, make every lap a wild test. Powered by fusion, it's a high-tech playground for speed. Mean Machine bellows, a 14-ton slab of black steel and hate. Fusion jets howl. Soul snarls. Let's see what's up your skirt, girl. Cockpit tilts, 60 degrees of murder. Gravity punches his guts. G-forces yank sweat across his cheek like a backhand. Metal groans. Rivets scream. This ain't a turn, it's a dare. The garage feels like a tomb, cold concrete walls echoing every boot step. Dr. X's voice cuts across the speaker, precise, demanding. Your verdict, Mr. Soul? Does she fit your specs? Slaps the Mean Machine's hull hard. Hell, I'm in love. Can't wait to get her on a real track. Static hisses. Dr. X answers with a sneer you can almost taste. I wouldn't worry about it. Doors rip open. Harsh floodlights stab inside. Scientists trip over each other's heels, shoved by armored guards, rifles locked.
barrels humming death. Between two of them limps a wreck of a man, face split open, coat shredded like cheap wallpaper. They yank him vertical. Soul lunges, snatches the gag off raw lips. The engineer gags blood, roars out one shredded word: run. Soul stands rooted between them, boots planted in pooling blood, pulse drumming inside his ears. Two identical engineers, same torn coat, same ruined face, cuffs clacking open like a joke. Confusion hits him sideways. Why are there two? The guards do not hesitate. Muzzles rise, bolts slam home. They open fire. The imposter, now free, steps back, calm as Sunday. He watches his double shredded to pulp, lips twitching upward, almost proud. Then he turns that smile on Soul. Took you long enough? Soul's eyes snap wide, white all the way around. No time. The false engineer's coat flaps open. Black steel glints. A .44 Magnum, snub nose, death in a tux. Soul pivots, boots squealing, but the bastard's fingers already curled back. Bang! Flame punches out the barrel. A fist-sized slug, copper-jacketed, screaming, tears straight through Soul's chest like he's made of paper. Impact lifts him off the ground, crashing through the skunkworks lab. Mr. X focuses on the Magnum in his hand. Killer. Soul skids, smoking, then rolls onto his back. False engineer, voice flat as the muzzle smoke, mutters. One loose end down. He steps forward, boots crunching glass, already thumbing the next round. Perdition Party. The slave girl runs. Her weary frame glistens, slick with rancid sweat, thick as fear and burnt oil. She bolts past bodies packed, shoulder to shoulder, a crowd so debased, even silence feels obscene. Each breath scrapes her lungs raw. Her heart slams, harder, faster. Rags hang off her, soaked, torn, stinking. A monster's claw catches her hip. The claw is gnarled and oozes yellow pus that stinks of sulfur and rot. It tears her open, ripping flesh with one swipe. Blood spurts out in a red arc and hits the floor, where it mixes with bubbling alien bile. The pain burns straight through her. She stumbles, then falls, crashing onto a blood-soaked couch. The couch sinks beneath her weight. Its ruined fabric, thick with dried blood and clinging slime, lets out a slow, wet sigh. Two aliens rut atop it. The female's grotesque, sagging breasts, veined with throbbing bioluminescent tendrils, flop heavily, leaking a glowing ooze that burns the air with the stench of charred flesh and ammonia. She rides a lizard beast, whose spiked tail impales a twitching corpse, its intestines spilling out in greasy loops, while he hisses, venom dripping from his maw, sizzling through the couch into a smoking crater. Their radiant, drugged eyes stay locked on one another, clouded with lust. They don't even see her scramble off the side, gagging at the choking reek of their slick, rancid fluids. A drunken alien lurches forward, its claws, black, barbed, slicking green slime that reeks like gangrenous meat, slash across her cheek. Skin splits open, pus bubbling up instantly, stinging as if bleach pours straight into the cut. She flinches, jerks her arms up too late. The talons rake deep furrows down both forearms. Black blood beads thick, slow, oozing like tar. The smell slams in, rotting fat, sour milk, death, her gag reflex kicking hard. She staggers. Her pulse hammers hard against her ears. She stumbles blind, legs numb, and smashes into a table, wood cracking under her elbow. A woman kneels there, tongue monstrous, studded, sucking, teeth glinting. It drills straight into the man sprawled beneath. His barbed shaft jerks, swollen, vomiting neon seed that steams where it lands. One spurt catches the girl across the collarbone. It hisses alive, eating cloth, eating skin. She buckles, scream ripping out, muffled by the wet, greedy chorus around her. Smack, gulp, moan, splurt. She just chokes on it all, tears streaming down. Another slave slips through this galactic cesspool. Bare feet pad soft, no splash, no hurry. Yet every sound behind him swells. He ducks. Reptile's legs loom, scaly, warm, twitching like they remember pain. The tongue comes after him. Not fast, just inevitable, oozing. Warts swell with each pulse, like tiny hearts beating under slime. Then, thwip. Bile spatters the floor. Not loud, but it eats. Hear it? That crackle? Like teeth grinding bone. Another girl drags herself under the table, elbows scraping crusted filth, nails splintering against something still warm. She surfaces next to them. 3 bodies fused in motion. The tallest arches, spine cracking like green wood. Her tongue splits, forked, glowing slime dripping thick as tar off the tip. It spears down, no grace, no sound, and plunges into the second alien's navel. A wet suction. You feel it in your guts. Larvae pour out, fat, bright, alive, wriggling up the tongue, popping between teeth like overripe berries. The smell hits. Old slaughterhouse, sulfur, and something sweet that's already gone bad. She swallows them whole, doesn't blink, just moans. The girl freezes, breath shallow, till one larva flops free, lands on her wrist, and starts to crawl. She steps wrong, slips, into the pool, warm, too warm. Blood sloshes over her ankles, bile coats her shins, secretions pulse like they want inside her skin. Gurgle, gurgle. Something underfoot twitches, then lash. A tongue, muscled, barbed, soars weeping clear rot, snaps round her waist. Tight, pulls. Her arms fly back, shoulders pop, elbows invert, knees bend the wrong way. Snap, snap. Another tongue, this one armored in spines that drip yellow, cinches her neck. Not gentle. Cartilage creaks. Tongue thickens, throat collapses, eyes swell. No air, just a cough, wet, like drowning in soup made of meat. They call it the liturgy of the last atom. They pass a screaming girl between them, hips first, then drag their teeth across her belly until intestines uncoil like hot ropes. Another seizes the scalp of a girl still conscious, peels it back with his thumbs, drinks the blood that wells between bone ridges. A third bites off nipples, chews slow, eyes rolling white. The girls twitch, they gurgle. Someone, laughing, feeds a tongue into the throat of a slave until it bursts out her neck. Fluids mix, bile, pus, cum, screams, everything churning into one thick, humming soup. They chant, they slurp, they finish, then reach for the next.
Chapter 11, Bankruptcy. The landfall sprawled out like the universe's dirty diaper. Don't gag. Twinkling with Christmas lights nabbed straight out of some bargain bin. Trash heaps shimmer under a sky roiling worse than my gut on Taco Tuesday. And get this, the air, pure barbecued space rat wafting up, like someone's trying to sell gourmet apocalypse. Ray's planted on this flattened patch of debris, eyes fixed on the sky like he's waiting for the great landlord to fix the roof. Hands clasped, equal parts gratitude and go to hell. Thanks for the chow we're about to choke down, you cosmic deadbeat. You see me down here, right? I'm waiting for your ass to show up, he barks, shaking fists at whatever god's laid on rent. The fire cracks like my knees after a bender. Smoke swirls into the landfill haze. Scavengers clank through the junk. A plastic bag skitters by, smelling of mold. Snow looms. Inside Ray's workshop, a sweaty mess of a place, tucked like a cheap add-on to racing planet Acceleron. Quantum cores hum steadily. Condensation drips down every conduit, rust pooling on the grated floor. Michael's hands move lightning fast through the crystalline circuits. His fingers, covered in filth, reek of engine burn and low-grade lubricant. He snatches a circuit, cool glass in his filthy palm, and chucks it into the bin. Clank.
Ray, why is everything always busted? It's like we're holding this shit together with duct tape and bad vibes. How'd humans screw the pooch this hard? Ray leans against the workbench, scarred from years of abuse. He pauses, either wisdom or gas. Good question, kid. We sold our souls for shiny gadgets. Now we're stuck sweating in the cosmic armpit, eating consequences like cheap takeout. Us, we're janitors to mankind's giant screw you. Michael shakes his head. A rusty coil snags his finger. Blood beads, iron, and remorse in the air. What? So we hide in this dump? Nah, we're back in the game, Ray. Ray snorts, loud enough to echo, and points at the hologram spinning on the table. Game? That's bullshit, Mike. Humans weren't built for warp speed living. We made machines and planets that outran us. Your childhood? It belonged to a world that doesn't exist anymore. Gone. Just like my ex at a buffet. Ray scoffs, wiping sweat off his brow. Don't buy the hollow hype. Team Mean Machine? Corporate bitches with their dicks in a blender. Michael snaps back. Fuck that noise, Ray. I've seen Soul Race. Have you? Oh right, you're too busy jerking off in this rat hole to hit the crankshaft. Soul's legit. Acceleron's a whole new league. Dude would die for a trophy. And Despera, she'll gut a motherfucker cold. Ray's eyes flare up. Legit, that's rigged, sparkly horseshit. Back in my day, we raced full throttle, no rules. Remember when I turned Oscorp into roadkill pudding? Michael grins, huge. Hell yeah, the brains. Splattered your cockpit like a gore smoothie. You hopped out like some badass Grim Reaper, shoved that sawed-off, still smoking, right between Gwen from Earth 44145's teeth. Goddamn was she hot. And then, boom, double-barreled her perfect face into next Tuesday. Savage. Ray slams a shot of starshine, liquid lightning ripping down his gullet. Woo! Fuck yeah, I did. You ever seen that limp dick soul pull anything that badass, Mike? He hurls the glass. Crash. Shards snow across the grimy tiles. Well, have ya? Michael goes rigid, palms out like he's surrendering to a trigger-happy drunk. Easy, Ray. No. Chill your tits. Ray's face burns red, huffing like he'll charge. You seen those new Despera centerfolds? Michael air humps with a filthy grin. Hell yeah. Busted twice. In my pants. Ray's pupils dilate. Michael laughs, slapping Ray's back. Yeah, till her voice gives out, then I'll jump in and finish the job. Ray hands him a shot. Hey, don't be greedy, bitch. I've been saving this load since the Big Bang. Michael grins, grabs a glass. Shit, I'd make her swallow every last drop, then flip her over and fuck her throat. Ray howls, eyes wild. Goddamn right, I'd paint that perfect face white, like a Jackson Pollock on bath salts. Michael raises his shot. To Despera, and to Despera's ass. They clink glasses, bottom them in one go, slam them down. Me first? You get my sloppy seconds? Michael cackles. Tapping a console, its schematic pulses like a dying star's EKG. Why's this neural grid already garbage? Obsolete faster than my dating profile. He chugs from the bottle, the spirits burning his throat like a bad life choice, reeking of ethanol and despair. Ray wipes his mouth, burping starshine. We need new tech. Sexbot, maybe. Michael laughs. The ones we can afford are filthier than this landfill, Ray. You'd rot your sad little pecker off. I mean tech for a psychotic racer and a slick agent. Ray downs another shot, grimacing like he swallowed a comet. You still need a partner, kid, unless you want to race solo and die like a dumbass. Ray wheels over the grated floor, metal on metal squealing like an injured pigeon. He's breathing hard, part booze, part fury. Look at me. World's fastest mouth can't even get to the John on his own. He slams a fist on the armrest. I'm done with this shit. Michael looks down at the chair. You mean it's done with you? You're the one that let it be done with you, Ray. Fuck off. Ray tosses a tool onto the bench. Thud. The whole damn room rattles, worse than my head after cheap whiskey. Don't know how folks deal with those neural implants fucking their brains sideways. He taps his temple. Empty, smooth, no ports. I'm all natural, Mike, and I'm keeping it that way. Gotta make do with what's left of this broke-ass body. His wheelchair groans across the grated floor, into his observatory. a cramped, star chart graveyard reeking of stale coffee and missed chances. He wheels up, eyes on the spinning galaxy. How many humans are even left, Mike? We're scattered across the stars like survivors of some intergalactic eviction. This shit ain't built for us. His eyes, red as Mars at sunset, with tears that could drown a planet, slice through the smoke. You ever feel the universe zooming by like it's got a hot date and you're stuck at the bar? Forget the past. Stay in the now. Focus, kid, or you'll be screwed sideways before breakfast. Michael throws his head back and laughs, a sharp, reckless bark that bounces off the rusted walls. That doesn't sound so bad. Ray's cheeks burn, temples throbbing. He slams both fists on the armrests, chair jumps. Is everything a fucking joke to you? The royal treatment. Cleo's lifeless body slumps, tangled in the silks. Her golden blue scales fade to a dull gray under the torchlight. Her full breasts now lie still, hips twisted in an unnatural angle. Her face frozen in horror, eyes dilated, lips parted to show fangs locked in silent scream. Green blood pooling in her throat, forked tongue lolling. Crown stumbles up, wiping sweat from his brow, chest heaving. Now I know what it feels like to be God, he mutters, voice hollow. The orb flares, sucking Cleo's corpse into its glow. The bed frame's runes light up like a demonic Christmas tree. Crown's reflection in the orb, a funhouse version of the man who walked in here. Skin pruned by sweat, hair stuck out like he's licked a light socket. Eyes glowing, not reflecting, glowing. Same shade as the runes, same shade as the orb, same shade as Catherine's eyes. The turn. Tubes snake out from every orifice, pumping him full of nanites that nibble on the damage like fat goldfish. Monitors beep like a badly tuned radio, each spike telling him he's still alive. Not healthy, not whole, just alive. A miracle wrapped in gauze and spite. The door hisses open. A nurse in chrome heels walks in, clipboard in hand, heels clicking like a countdown to bad news. Soul's floating in a tank, unconscious, drifting like a jellyfish in slow motion. Wet, hot. Despera's nails rake his shoulders, long, razor sharp. Blood wells up in perfect crimson beads. She licks a stripe up his throat, tasting salt and fear. Fuck yes, tear me open. She laughs, the sound wet and animal. Her cunt clenches, hard. Ray's eyes roll back. For a second, his hips stutter. Don't you dare, she snarls against his jaw. You finish in me or you finish dead. He comes with a guttural cry, hips bucking violently. Despera doesn't let up. She milks him. Every last drop. Her own climax crashes through her an instant later, back arching so sharply he thinks she'll break. A strangled, filthy moan tears from her throat. Fluids splash between them, hot, messy, perfect. For 10 seconds they stay locked like that, breathing like they'd run a marathon on broken glass. Then the restraints on the bed snap open with a hiss. She rolls off him, stretches like a cat, licks the blood from her claws. Not bad meat, she purrs. Despera plants her palms on his chest and pushes herself upright. Cum leaks from her slit, trails down the inside of her thigh, puddles between them on the black glass. She scoops a finger through it, pops it in her mouth. Coppery. Her tongue flicks the claw tip clean. Still not sure if I like the taste of you. Ray sucks air through his teeth, throat scraped raw. His cock twitches inside her, spent but greedy. Despera notices. Of course she does. Don't get comfortable, she whispers. The restraints click again. This time they drag her arms behind her back. She doesn't fight it. Just lets them cinch her wrists, smiles with those shark teeth. Round 2. She knows she owns him, utterly, undeniably, in this moment. The crown clicks off. Darkness rushes in, absolute and sudden. Cold metal of the wheelchair bites into his sweat-drenched skin. Ray slumps back, wrecked and trembling. His voice is a hoarse mutter in the void. Damn, Desperate fucks hard. Ray hacks like a dying goat, lungs clawing for air. He swivels the chair with one violent twist, lurching, frantic. Fingers rattle against the bedside table till they snag a dusty little ampule, Starshine. The label's peeled halfway off. Date's expired. He doesn't give a shit. He jabs it into the port on the chair arm. Blue liquid disappears in one greedy slurp. His cough cuts off mid-wheeze, like someone hit mute. Sweet, sweet poison. The doc's voice crackles over the intercom. Stable, but he's gonna be cranky as hell when he wakes up. Needs at least 3 days, maybe 4. Desperate doesn't blink, doesn't breathe. If I find the bastard who put those holes in him, she whispers, I'm gonna fill him full of starshine and watch him melt from the inside out. She turns from the glass. A shadow moves behind her. Chrome heels, clipboard. The nurse. She's waiting. Desper rushes forward, knees buckling onto the wet tiles. She cups his cheeks, thumbs wiping the blue sludge off his skin. Her whole body shakes. Soul tries to grin, but it comes out a grimace. He finds her eyes. Don't waste good tears on me, he rasps. Save him for the poor bastard who's gonna regret this. Desper sniffs once, spits on the floor. Already ahead of you. She helps him up, slow, careful, like he's made of glass. His feet touch the ground. Barely. The muscles in his thighs scream like rusty hinges. One step at a time, sugar. Chapter 12, Acceleron Promo. Ray's hunched over a racing spacecraft that looks like it was cobbled together by a drunk mechanic during a cosmic blackout. Its rusted hull a patchwork of dented panels, scavenged bolts, and welds that look like they were done by a blind welder with Parkinson's syndrome. Ray, help! Rats! Ray wheels his chair out of the garage. The wind slices into his cheeks. The trail ahead curls like a dying worm, faint, deceptive. His grip tightens around the wrench. Metal kisses his palm like a loaded gun. Silence swells, thick, absolute. And then, wham! A snowball dense as meteorite smashes against his face. Snow floods nose, mouth, ears. Michael's laugh detonates next. Got you old fart. Merry fucking Christmas, you filthy animal. Back in the garage, static cracks the air, yanking their eyes to a cracked TV screen sputtering like Ray after too many beers. It resolves into a sleek studio set. An android interviewer, its alloy face glowing with blue optics, sits at a curved desk, voice sharp and synthetic, blaring through the hangar speakers. Welcome back to Acceleron Now. Huge news for the Open Invitational. A new championship contender, the Iron Hawks, just crashed the party. The screen cuts to Iron Hawk, a roided-up prick who looks like he eats asteroids for breakfast and shits pure swagger. Yo, you pathetic losers, shut your traps and listen up, cause the Hawk's back, and I'm prettier than a supernova in a thong. Ladies, quit your bawling. I'm still the hottest piece of ass this side of the galaxy, and Brooke Shields can suck my cosmic dust. Now, Mean Machine, you're just a yapping spider monkey with a hard-on for whining, cause President Crown won't wipe your human asses. Grow some balls, soul, and stick to scrubbing my boots, you shoe-shining fuck. Despera Montagus, you Greek bull dyke. Last time you saw a dick, you were growing one in a lab. You and your wannabe Desmond Tutu sidekick jumped me, split my head open like a cheap piñata, fucked up my bodyguards, and violated my number one gal, Miss Hates, who's finer than your whole team's wet dreams. And Acceleron, they high-five Soul like he's Jesus in a jumpsuit, then ban my crew. What, we too sexy for your human trash heap? Don't sweat it. Payback's coming, and it's gonna hit harder than my last orgasm. I'm talking to all you bitches. Despera, you're a 35-cent hooker with an IQ lower than my shoe size. Crawl back to your hillbilly shack, chug moonshine with your Valium-guzzling, whiskey-soaked husband, cause Miss Hates and I are snatching that championship. I do everything good, especially in the sack, if you catch my drift. He flails his tongue in a V-shape, looking like a galactic pimp who just discovered porn. Torque 2's a hulking brute, built like a freight train with arms, muscles rippling under scarred, tattooed skin that tells stories of bar fights and drag races. His face, square jaw, busted nose from too many crashes, eyes wild with manic glee. He's bouncing on his toes, veins popping in his neck, grinning like a maniac, as sweat drips off his buzzed head.
I'll choke him like this, choke him like that, give him one of these, one of those. I'll choke him till his eyes pop out like a cartoon. Mean Machine's gonna be roadkill, baby.
This crew of ex-mercenaries and outer rim grease monkeys built a racer from black market tech that'd make a smuggler jealous. Let's catch 'em training live. The feed cuts to a gym where a dozen sweat-soaked lunatics in black tank tops look ready to bench press a starship. One guy deadlifts a barbell stacked with plates that clang like a docking clamp on steroids, biceps bulging like they're smuggling planets, neck veins throbbing like fuel lines ready to burst. He hauls it chest high, grunting like he's shitting a comet, then slams it down, the floor shaking like my ex's bed frame. Avion, a wiry whipcord thin woman with cheekbones sharp enough to slice plasma, plunges a thick needle into her thigh, syringe glowing neon green like infected starlight. Veins bloom under her skin, swelling crawling up her neck like lightning. We'll break their spines like glow sticks, she roars, cracking one in her fist, the chemical light exploding emerald between her knuckles. Bright enough that even the android booth camera flinches, lens iris whirring in panic. Their crews are ash, their dreams are dust, she screams, spit flecking the mic like burning hail. Torque 1 leers at her, smirking. You mean ass, babe. The other crews are ash, not ash. Ass, I fed you the line perfectly for you and you fucked it up, dumb bitch. Torque 2? Well, I'm sorry. They look into the camera together. This is awkward, Torque 2 states. Back in the garage, Ray's spitting snow from his beard, looking like a pissed-off Santa who just got pranked. You little fuck, I oughta weld your balls to the hull for that snowball shit. Michael cackles, dodging a wrench Ray yeets at him. Chill, Ray, it's Christmas. Lighten up before the Iron Hawks turn us into cosmic roadkill. Smoother than your ex's new boyfriend. Ray snorts, tossing another tool. Let those roided up dickheads try. This racer's a piece of shit, but I'll make it sing louder than Ironhawk's mama when I'm done with her. Merry fucking Christmas, kid. Back on the screen. Acceleron now. Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. A while back, what a race you had with Soul.
Yep, I tell you, Bot. And all the good aliens out there. Probably the hardest race I've ever had in my life. But I don't like it when things aren't going my way. Mean Machine, you turn the tables on me. You turn the tables in a wrong way. Saul, you've got me mad now. I've stood around. I've listened to everything you had to say. I've did everything necessary. But when you turn around and you backstab me, and you can cheat me out of what's rightfully mine, that's when I get angry. Now I'm the one doing the challenging. I'm issuing a challenge to you, Mean Machine. Race me. If you got the brass cojones and to bring that pretty wife of yours, what you feeding that hoss? I tell you, I'm gonna take my pink pig stick to you, Despera. I'm going full erection. No restrictions, and Mean Machine, toss my salad from behind.
Acceleron now. Hard words for a farmer. They call themselves the hardest hitting team in the galaxy. Teammates drop their weights, rushing over, shouts blending together. A lean woman with a buzz cut kneels beside him, slamming her palm onto a glowing device embedded in his chest. A sharp electric beat pulses, and his body jerks, eyes snapping open. What happened? He rasps, voice raw, propping himself on an elbow, blinking at his team. Avion grins, wiping sweat from his brow. Another heart attack? Torque 1? Torque 1's feral smile grows. Awesome, he roars, and the team erupts in cheers, fists pumping. So, which one of you is going to drive? Bot asks, its alloy face tilting, blue optics glinting with synthetic curiosity. The dozen snap their gazes to the screen, eyes narrowing at Bot's question. They turn, staring at each other, tension coiling like a spring in the silence. Torque 2 clenches his fists, veins bulging like fuel lines. The woman with the buzz cut, chalk still dusting her hands, squares her shoulders. A wiry kettlebell swinger drops his weights, the clank swallowed by the charged air. Without a word, the gym explodes into chaos. Another racer, broad and scarred, swings a kettlebell like a club. Two others grapple, locked in a tangle of limbs, crashing over a bench. Their grunts and curses blend into a feral chorus. Fists fly, elbows jab, bodies slam into equipment, toppling racks and scattering weights like shrapnel. The screen feed cuts as the kettlebell is launched, right at the screen. Acceleron Now's feed flickers back after Team B's signal drops like my uncle's pants at a family reunion. The android host, its alloy face glowing with blue optics sharper than a laser barber, leans into the camera, voice cutting like a cosmic buzzsaw. We lost Team B's feed, but let's dive into their galactic clusterfuck. Looks like they're throwing a tantrum bigger than a black hole's beer belly. The screen snaps to a garage that's half junkyard, half spaceship strip joint, chrome and neon pulsing like a rave in a wormhole. Gaston stomps forward. His heavy boots slam the metal floor so hard it sounds like the planet's about to file for divorce. His voice booms, shaking the walls like my aunt's karaoke after a fifth of starshine.
Who does that sad little bitch think she is? Crossing me, Gaston, the supreme overlord of the cosmic circus. No one says no to this guy. No one says no to the guy whose face could launch 1,000 crashing starships for sheer awe.
His massive fist obliterates a workbench, sending nanotools flying like confetti at a drunk robot's bachelor party.
God, I'm the damn Adonis of the galaxy, and Catherine treats me like I'm some no-name racer scraping by on recycled ramen. From Junkspire.
Gaston straightens, chest swelling like he's about to bench press a fucking neutron star. He struts to a holographic display, projecting his image, rippling like he's the star of a galactic OnlyFans. No one's slick as Gaston, the cronies chant, voices echoing like a hype squad at a cosmic kegger. No one's quick as Gaston. Stripper, boo! The junkyard dog prowls through the labyrinth of scrap, armored boots crunching circuit board shards, his suit a patchwork of scavenged plates and reinforced mesh, stitched together by a drunk robot tailor. A cracked visor hides his face, glowing black, tubes snaking from his chest plate to a bulky pack that hums, weaves through piles of discarded machinery. Visor scanning for heat signatures, nothing, zip, just the quiet of a junkyard graveyard. A groan cuts through, sharp and creepy. Junkyard dog freezes, helmet half lifted, visor snapping toward the sound. Come out or I'm gonna frag your ass to the next nebula. No answer, just the creak of settling metal in the wind. The junkyard whispering, "You're fucked, buddy." He ditches the helmet, a younger face revealed than one would expect. He rises, sawed-off raised, ready to blast cosmic punk, steps over a bounty hunter's corpse, armor cracked wide open, moves toward the sound, weaving between rusted hulks and shattered crates, follows it. The groan returns, weaker, guiding him to a clearing. A collapsed scaffold looms ahead, visor sharpens, cutting the darkness. Shadowy silhouettes flicker in the visor, tiny, twisted, flung about. Junkyard dog's gut flips. They register, not junk. Kids, scrapper pups like him, left to rot. Little bolt, broken body curled around a splintered I-beam, neck torn open, crimson blooming like war paint, jacket flayed where the killer's claw carved souvenirs. Dead eyes lock on the visor. A haunted mirror framing the hunter. Nearby, Grub lies face down, skull caved in, hair slick with blood and bone chunks, snapped knife inches from his clenched fist, and Wisp, God, her little frame sliced clean in two, guts spilling like some obscene gift.
Junkyard dog's breath snags.
What kind of sick bastard?
He finds a blaster, emblem in the dirt.
Setish soldiers?
A figure stumbles into the clearing, lean, battered, tattered flight suit patched with duct tape. It's Harper, zipping up mid-stride, checking her cleavage in a compact mirror like she's about to walk the runway at a strip club in hell. Junk? Holy shit. Voice dripping with disbelief. Takes a step closer. Blaster dips, clocking his baby face through the incoming storm winds. He spits into the dirt. Shh. Harper snatches the blaster, creeps low, ear cocked toward the dark. Harper scurries right behind, breath held like a hostage. Her eyes flick to the kids' bodies, lingering on Wisp's halved torso, wincing. Turns back to Junk, his grip tightening on the Setish gun. Who did this, Junk? This moon's fucked. I never should have come. I gotta get off this rock before Gaston finds me. Michael freezes, rifle half raised, sweat beading on his brow.
Gaston? From Team Cosmic Circus? What does he want with you, Harper?
One time, I made the mistake of giving him a lap dance. What do you think he wants? He's been at my ass ever since I got him to Acceleron. Junk reminisces.
I'll never forget your lap dance for as long as I live.
The yard reeks of the blood of children.
Harper, I just want to...
What? Asks Harper. Junk explains.
I'm leaving tonight. Or, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to know if you would come with me. That's all. Never mind, it's a dumb idea. I just was looking for a starter, then I'm out of here to Acceleron, like you said.
Harper has a realization. Like I said, you decided? No. That's great. That's perfect. I need a ride. She kisses Junk on the cheek with excitement. Junk feels dazed and confused.
You do need a ride?
He smiles. Their eyes meet. Clang. Something disruptive and close chimes. Junk snarls.
Rats. I hate those furry little shits.
Harper nods. Their god-awful nightmare. My girl Candy Puss got her face chewed off the other night. Junk's eyes widen.
Rats. Rats. Fuck. My dealer said there's no antidote left. Come on.
Harper blinks, confused. Antidote? He panics.
For the fever. That big mongoloid said he's out of stock. We'll be lucky to get out of the spire without growing rat tails. Well, don't just stand there. Do you want to get off of this rock or what, Harper? What? There's something behind me, isn't there?
Roar! A minor silhouette limps into view. Pickaxe clenched in a hand that's already 3 knuckles too long. His overalls tattered, stuck to a body that's swelling like a week-old corpse. Lips peeling off, maggots writhing underneath. Every tooth in his mouth blackened and dripping yellow pus. Breath coming out in wet gurgles, like lungs full of soup. Ears half eaten off by something that's still living inside them. Tiny wet eyes roll toward us. No human in there anymore. Just hunger, raw and sharp. Harper jerks the blaster from Junk. The Ratman freezes mid-lunge. A single spark dances inside the hole Harper burned through his chest. Then everything ignites at once. White-hot fire erupts from his core, roaring outward like a furnace door slammed open. Flames swallow his entire body in a heartbeat. His diseased skin blisters instantly, bubbles the size of fists swelling and bursting in wet pops. Fat beneath the hide liquefies, streams down his legs in glowing rivers, and ignites the snow into hissing steam. His whiskers curl, blacken, and drift away as ash. His eyeballs boil in their sockets, burst with 2 soft plops, and run like egg yolks down blackened cheeks. Every tooth cracks from the heat, shattering like glass in a fire. His tongue swells, splits, and turns to charcoal before it even hits the ground. The creature staggers 1 step, then another. His knees buckle, the bones inside glow cherry red through the flames.
When he collapses, the impact splits his ribcage wide. Organs inside flash cooked, shriveling and popping like sausages on a skillet. A final gout of green-black smoke belches from his open mouth. Harper stands perfectly still, blaster lowered, cheeks flushed, lips parted in a small, delighted smile. Harper breathes in, deep, holds the smoke inside her lungs, feels warm. Junk wipes his mouth, spits.
That's the last time I eat lab-grown protein.
The snow keeps falling, no wind, silence. Only the crackle of coals dying. He pushes himself up.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Harper nods, kisses the barrel of the gun like a cigarette, and blows the last cinder off it. Harper. Then follows Michael, deep into the heart of darkness.
Counting shallow breaths, they are numbered one by one. Clouded minds of death, when death is soon to come. Thinking of a way, winning as we fail. Thoughts are as unsure as the shallow breaths inhaled. Forgive me when I yell, I know the air is still. My inner thoughts are laced with pride and sense of self-destructive thoughts will refuse to be withheld until the night the truth is out and we have prevailed. My premonitions cannot be ignored, 'cause my premonitions cut me like a sword. Why'd you leave me now? Why can't you be found? Death has drooped away, his darlings only stay. Nightmares engulf my sleep.